Beats Planet.
Boy. Let me take a sip of water before we get to it, though. Let me just simply take a sip of water before we get to it. Let me twist my top. It's water. Good water. Let me just clear my throat. Let me rub my beard one time for good luck before I get going. Let me just. So, I was watching Phantom of the Opera with my girl last night. That's not a bar. I was watching Phantom of the Opera with my girl last night. And my hotline blinged. Hers did as well. She's a Cowboy fan. And we get the Bleacher Report notification that Andy Dalton has been signed to the Dallas Cowboys. Cool. I shrugged my shoulders and I felt good. I was like, all right, cool. We just not going to compete for the first overall pick if Dak gets hurt. Then fine, we'll just keep it going. She asked me, are we going to pause the movie so you can go live and do a film session? I say, hell no, this Andy Dalton. What we going? We know what we getting in Andy. Hell no. No. Absolutely not. For all my English teachers out here that love to correct people online, let me ask y'all, what's the opposite of indubitably? That's what I thought, but I just didn't know the word. With full doubt, not without a doubt, but with full doubt, we're not going to stop watching Phantom of the Opera just for me to react to Andy Dalton becoming a Cowboy. So we proceeded to watch Phantom of the Opera. Harvey Dent came and took his mask off and tied Buddy up, tied Raoul up. You know what I'm saying? Snow White was like, why are you doing this, you monster? You know what I'm saying? Phantom of the Opera goes off and I pick up my telephone, my cellophone, to get on the Twitter machine. Let me rub my beard one more time. I picked up my cellophone when it was all over to kind of get the reactions of the people. I see why a lot of YouTubers don't always respond to people. Like, I love to read my comments and respond to it. I love to open my phone lines. I love to talk to y'all on Twitter. I love to talk to y'all in the comment sections. But boy, I see why people ignore what I call the I Am Legend monsters. The first time I watched I Am Legend and Will Smith was running around, he was just trying to get some food for the crib, some wine, and maybe take one of them blow up dolls back to the block. He was just minding his business. And the I Am Legend monsters chased him all through the street. The first thing I said was, man, that is unreasonable. I Am Legend monsters could have just left Will Smith alone, but then there's the lead I Am Legend monster just sitting in the cut in the dark because he can't go out into the sunlight. See, Blade can go in the sunlight, but the I Am Legend monsters can't go in the sunlight, so they gonna wait till it get dark and they gonna hit up Will Smith at his crib because they followed him home. And the first thing I said was, man, that is unreasonable. So I'm scrolling through my Twitter machine to try to find some logic because that's what we try to live by on this show. I try to live by a little bit of logic. Let's just think before we speak. Let's just pause for a minute and just think before we speak. A lot of problems in the world would get fixed if we think before we speak. And I looked on my Twitter and I saw a sentence and I vividly read it. It said, Dak Prescott is the best backup quarterback in the National Football League right now. Bitch, where? But you know what, though? Maybe that's just one guy. Maybe that's just one Twitter dude. Maybe just one Eagles fan that said that. So, like they like to troll on the internet. So, all right, cool. Let me just, move along a little bit. Maybe he's bugging. I proceed to see a list of Cowboy fans. And how do I know they Cowboy fans? Because they got little Cowboy memes in their profile pics. I already don't trust a whole gang of people that got memes in their profile pics anyway. I'm having to learn how to fix that with some of my people. But for the most part, when I see a lot of people with memes in their profile pics, I get nervous. But I saw a bunch of Cowboy-based memes in their profile pics, and they were basically agreeing with the notion that Dak Prescott is the best backup quarterback in the league, regardless of going 1, 2, 3, and 5. In every quarterback metric, Dak Prescott to them was going to be benched by Andy Dalton, the guy that took Tony Romo's job his rookie year. The guy that took Tony Romo's job his rookie year was going to get benched because we signed Andy Dalton for $3 million guaranteed dollars. And I looked and I said, boy, that is unreasonable. I don't want to sit up here and pretend like Andy Dalton isn't a good signing. Salute to Andy Dalton being a good signing. But it seems like to these I Am Legend monsters, that they want to release, cut, not sign the Cowboys' good players. But they want to keep all the ragtag regular scrubs. They say, let's not sign Dak Prescott. We got Andy Dalton. That's what they say. They don't want to keep the good players. They want to keep the ragtags. They were super excited about Aldon Smith. And don't get me wrong, to a bit of context and to an extent, I'm also excited about Aldon Smith. But we got to understand, Aldon Smith ain't played football in 7 years. You were excited about Aldon Smith. But Byron Jones can't get his money for some reason. You want to trade Tyron Smith every chance you get. I'm talking to the I Am Legend monster, and I hope some of them can hear me today because the phone line is open for you to respond. You want to trade Tyron Smith so bad. Yo, Voch, you saw we just signed Daryl Worley from the Raiders and shit. Who gives a fuck about the Daryl? What? And I go, man, that is unreasonable, I Am Legend monster. I don't want to throw a grenade at you in my house, I Am Legend. This is my house. I don't want to blow my house up. But y'all chasing me, I Am Legend monster. Can you believe some of these motherfuckers? I don't want to cuss, but some of these Cowboy fans got the nerves to say, yo, Voch, you think we look at Taco for cheap? They just let him go. Think we just bring it back for cheap to compete with the young boys? Not to start, but just compete with the young. No! You'd be surprised by the level of unreasonable that we have to deal with people that say that they're Cowboy fans. Y'all I Am Legend monsters. You're not Cowboy fans. Hang tight, Drummer Cam. I'm going to get you on the phone in a minute. So I just want to make a handful of points. I have some points listed. And if you're an I Am Legend monster, feel free to call in so I can scream on you. It'll be a very relaxed screaming. I just want to get a discussion and your way of thinking. I just want to hear your side of the story. Throughout this show, I will not call Andy Dalton Little Red Rifle. I refuse. His name is Andy. You might catch me calling him Andrew on a good day. Any other name, I refuse. I'm not going to mention Clayton Thorson today. Just not going to do it. I don't think he belongs in this conversation today. I would love for Rocco to call in. He said 16's kind of got me hype a little bit. I will not speak as if Dak Prescott won't be here. Of course, I will give some scenarios, but in real life, Dak's probably just going to sign his contract and show up and play football. So I'm not going to speak as if he's not. I'm also definitely not going to act like Dak Prescott will be benched for Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton? Not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So if I can get into the Andy Dalton, first of all, let me say this too, right? I know I make a lot of jokes saying like, oh, Jason Garrett would never do this. But let's not act like they haven't always been in the backup quarterback market. It's just hard to find quarterbacks in general. Every team ain't even got a starter, let alone everybody ain't going to have a backup neither. You know, like Mark Sanchez was that guy. Kyle Orton was that guy. Matt Castle, to an extent, was that guy, the veteran backup. So let's not act like this some brand new Mike McCarthy stuff that we just doing. Let's just not even pretend like that's a thing. But if we know anything about Andy Dalton, and this is me being honest here, Andy Dalton ain't terrible as people say that he is. I think Andy Dalton's a pretty good quarterback. I just think Andy Dalton just had a few bad rolls of the dice, in my personal opinion. Andy Dalton is about what, like a 600 quarterback? He's like a little bit over 500. He like 40 something for 30 something. So in my mind, if we need Andy Dalton to play 5 games, in my mind, Andy would win 3 out of 5 and lose 2 of them. You know, like I said earlier, if Dak would have gotten hurt prior to the Andy Dalton, like if it was real bad and Dak got hurt, I would just say, all right, cool, we just gonna get the first overall pick next year and we just gonna be good. In my mind. But now, if it's a short-term thing, like 5 games, I believe Andy Dalton can go 3-2 for you. If Andy had to come in and play an elongated portion of games or whatever, like a long period of time, then hey man, I think Andy Dalton can take you to the playoffs. Like if Andy got to play 8 games, I think he can win you enough to keep you in the playoffs. I think he's a significant upgrade over Cooper Rush, and he's only guaranteed $3 million. Andy Dalton is only guaranteed $3 million. You know what I'm saying? So if the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl, it's going to be with Dak Prescott. Honestly. Andy Dalton can kind of just come in and mess up your draft picks, but that's just where I'm at on it. Now, can Andy Dalton win a Super Bowl? Sure. Nick Foles can too. And if y'all think so highly of this coach, and you think so highly of the offensive talent, you think so highly of the defense, then sure, maybe Andy Dalton can make some noise for you. Am I benching Andy Dalton for a healthy Dak Prescott? Let's not be unreasonable. Okay? A lot of people are saying, well, why don't the Cowboys just hurry up and sign Dak Prescott? I think the Cowboys been wanted to hurry up and sign Dak Prescott. I think the dollar amount on the table, and I mean, I'm saying things that all of y'all have heard already because y'all keep up with Cowboy news. Dak is getting paid. I think he's getting paid more than everybody in the league. That's the contract number. It's just 4 years or 5 years. So why are we fussing at Jerry Jones and them? Why are we not fussing at Dak and them? Why are we not fussing at? Well, not even Dak. It's the agent. Why are we not fussing at the agent? I see a gang of people saying, "Oh, well, this is Jerry Jones' fault. He need to hurry up and sign Dak." Why don't the agent just sign for the 5 years? I think both sides just kind of got to do their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That is what that is. If anything, I like competition. I like competition. Dak is probably gonna smoke Cooper Rush in training camp or whatever. But even on Andy Dalton's best day, I don't think he's better than Dak Prescott, and I think really highly of Dak Prescott. So even on Andy's best day, I don't think he beats Dak Prescott. But what it does do is it can probably produce a little bit of fire to where at one time it wouldn't. To where at one time it probably wouldn't. You see what I mean? So I think we win there. Like I said, we not paying a whole bunch of money for a backup. I think Kyle Orton was making like $10 million or some crazy number for us. So we win money there. I mean, we win there. We win there. And like I said, man, like Andy Dalton went to 4 playoff games. He lost 4 of them, but he went. And I'm not even gonna hate on him for losing 4 playoff games. I mean, you lose playoff games. Losing playoff games happen. Losing playoff games happen. Somebody in my chat box says Dak don't win playoff games. Dak is 1-2 in the playoffs. You know what quarterback that you would love to have on your team that's also 1-2 in the playoffs? Deshaun Watson. His ass is just as 1-2 in the playoffs as Dak is. I don't want to hear nothing about your playoff records. Dak's a better quarterback than Andy Dalton. I'm not telling y'all how to think. I wouldn't dare do that. I wouldn't dare tell y'all how to think. I just want to have a conversation with you. The phone lines are open. The number's in the description. The number's on the screen. We got a super chat from Brandon Griffin. Salute, man. He says, remember week 16 versus Philly? Why was Dak playing with a sprained throwing shoulder? Cooper Rush for sure wasn't going to save our season. Dak was our only hope. Dalton is insurance for that exact reason. Sure. Sure. If Dak got to sit out for a game or two, run old Dalton out there. Run old Dalton out there. Anyway, let's have a conversation, y'all. Let's have a conversation. I know I sound a bit irate today. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm not going to scream at anybody. I might get passionate. But I'm not going to call anybody stupid, and I'm not going to call anybody silly. We might just agree or disagree. One of those two things. Let's run it for the cardio. Let's get drummer Cam on the phone. What's up, Cam?
Hey, what's going on, Voch?
Everything, my guy. What you got for the show?
Oh, dude. I don't know, because you just kind of, all the things that I was like,
I apologize.
You were saying, I was like, damn, you just mopped it all up. You just, I hit that one and that one, but... Oh my God! I love the analogy on the I Am Legend. By the way, it's great because you're right. You don't want to blow up your own damn house.
Sure.
But you know, there's some stupid motherfuckers out there.
Sure, 100%.
But yeah, I look at this Andy Dalton thing. I look at this as like you said, it's a win-win-win situation. Mm-hmm. Like you get a pretty decent quarterback for a very small percentage of your cap.
Sure.
Fantastic. Right?
Sure.
You're adding to the quarterback battles they're going to go on. Of course, Dak is a starter. But now Dak has got to make sure he stays a starter because he doesn't have a contract on him.
Sure.
And that's a win for Jerry.
Sure.
Because Jerry's now got a little something extra to say, you know, if it looks better on paper, now we all know they want Dak to start.
Sure.
But that extra battle does mean something, right? He gets that little extra prepared. And I'm sorry, but Dak Prescott on a prepared good day, or even a half-ass prepared good day, gets started over Andy Dalton any day of the week. So I don't know where that sentiment was coming from, because I don't know how you take somebody who was one of the best damn quarterbacks all last year and has been in the top 10 quarterback list the last 4 years and say he's the best backup quarterback in the NFL? How does that even make sense?
And then look, though, Cam, to be fair, I should be ignoring these people. To be fair, I should probably be ignoring these people. The problem is I'm young, I'm 28, and I got a lot of energy for like BS like this. One day I'm gonna be 38 and this ain't gonna matter no more. Y'all gonna have some young YouTuber come in and fight these fights. But I just happen to have energy to try to yell at people like this. That's all I'm saying.
Well, man, it's what you do is you provide a different perspective
Sure.
to hopefully give them something else to look at,
Sure.
just a nugget or something. Because I don't get it, man. Because there are other people involved in conversations with YouTubers and in other chat boxes and in other Facebook groups, and I just scratch my damn head because I don't know where this shit comes from. And it like it's our own house,
right?
Like you said, it's our own house,
right?
Like okay, like. There was a thing started up, Cooper Rush. I was like, if he's our quick backup, I'm okay. He might win us 1 or 2 games. Hopefully that's all you need it for. Sure. But you want to bring somebody else in, that's fine. As long as it's not something stupid like what the Eagles did and bring in, or spend round 2, round 3 on a QB and the QB draft class that's not great at that lower level.
Yeah.
Why waste your picks, right? So if it makes sense, fine. 5th rounder, I'm good with it. Works out. You just signed Andy Dalton for $3 million. Yeah. I'm good with it. There's nothing outrageous about this, and we've seen this before. You said it earlier, like Jason Garrett was definitely in the market for backup quarterbacks all the time. That's we've seen this before. This is for Cowboys fans. This should be something we're like, oh yeah, this is normal. No, we got to turn something into extra because that's what they do. Either way, I'll end on this. You've got a win-win-win situation bringing Andy Dalton. I think it's a great signing, and I expect him to win that backup spot. But at the same time, I feel good about that. Like if Dak does go down, I think Andy's capable.
Sure,
he's taking some slight. Like you said. He played craps and he rolled some fucking snake eyes a couple times, and that painted his career, and it is what it is,
Andy Dalton absolutely shoot dice in the bathroom, but hey, yo, Drummer Cam, I got a bunch of calls, man. Thanks for yours, man. Salute.
Yeah, man. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we got some callers that never called in before, and brand new numbers kind of intrigue me in times like this because I feel like there's I feel like there's a little smoke coming. So my privilege and platinum people, give me 20 seconds. Let me just kind of check in with these numbers I don't recognize. Just give me 20 seconds, I promise. Let me just see what's going on here. 602, what up? Who this?
Voch, what's up, man? It's Big E, man. It's E.
What up, Big E? What you got for the show, my guy?
Man, I'm just calling you, man. I've been a long-time listener. I love what you do and everything. It's my first time calling in, man.
Appreciate it.
Man, I just wanted to touch down on what you were talking about with Andy. One, I think Andy's a great signing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got somebody sitting back in the wings that can go ahead and do something. And when you say, oh, well, he ain't never won a playoff game, I don't want to hear that. Like, the guy didn't his coach get fired?
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to really hear that the guy got his team to playoff games, right? But I want to go ahead and move on to Dak, man. At the end of the day, I'm just tired of hearing all of these half Cowboy fans, man, talking about Dak ain't the guy. Oh, Andy Dalton going to replace him. Cooper Rush, they was talking about 2 years ago, Cooper Rush need to start over him. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, first year, that man won 13 games. They said, oh, well, he leaving stuff on the field, right?
Yeah.
Then the next thing I know is they telling me, oh, well, he leaving stuff on the field. He come out there, he start forcing it to Dez and everything else. Next thing you know, they say, oh, well, he missed the playoffs with a 9-7 record. Usually I'll get you in, but okay. The next year he make the playoffs again, win a playoff game, get to the Rams, and then we can't stop anything on defense.
You know what, though? No, Biggie. You know what, Biggie? Let me say this, though. I'm glad you say this because I've had this on my mind for a while. I just haven't put it on the platform just yet. Let me just say this, and you just tell me if I'm bugging. There's no way you can think Dak Prescott and Jason Garrett are terrible, right?
Right? No, man.
There's no way you can because look, because either Dak Prescott is terrible and he was holding Jason back, or Jason is terrible and he was holding Dak back. There's
and I go with the latter, Voch.
Yeah.
I go with the latter that Jason Garrett, he had Tony, he had full teams. We made to the playoffs and stuff, and he never made it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ends up getting Dak, and now he's trying to scale him back, and we want to run it through Zeke and everything like that. Now you want to blame Dak.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, okay, now we need to look at it differently. Here we end up having him one more time. This man goes for 5,000 yards from scrimmage, the number one offense, everything like that. With who? With Amari Cooper, who's out 2 or 3 games, and also got pulling himself out the game. That's cool. I love Amari. I'm not knocking him.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, this man goes for 5,000 yards from scrimmage or something like that, and now you telling me that, oh well, Andy Dalton gonna come in here and replace him? Stop playing.
Yeah.
And honestly, man, I'm gonna tell you this. Voch, man, love your show, love everything you do, but I'm going to tell you this, man.
Mm-hmm.
I really think they already got a number. They already got everything set with Dak Prescott,
Sure.
But Jerry loved being in the news.
Yeah.
And Jerry know that if Dak's contract ain't signed till July 15th,
Right.
guess what? We're going to keep talking about Dak, you know what I mean, and keep talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I really think after his brother died and everything else is going on, they got Dak settled in. And now you telling me we done picked up Lamb, right?
Yeah.
You can't bracket and double coverage Amari. You can't bracket a double coverage Gallup on the outside. You got Lamb sitting in the slot,
Sure.
And now you got Zeke, so you can't fill the box up. Man, Dak finna go for all kinds of yards this year. He finna kill stuff. And you telling me they're not gonna sign dude? Man, they gonna sign him, bro.
Man, this is a great call, Big E. Appreciate you. I just put you down platinum, dog. Next time you call in, you'll be with the rest of them.
Show enough.
Salute, my guy.
Show enough. Appreciate you, partner.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care, man. I appreciate what you do.
Yes, sir. Salute. Appreciate it. There's no way you think Dak and Jason Garrett bad. There's no way. It's one or the other. I want y'all I Am Legend Monster to call in. I want y'all to gang up on me. I got energy today. Let's just talk about it. 100 grand, what's good, man?
Listen, man. I'm tired of these people, man.
Yeah.
This is not the Jason Garrett era. You're not going to see the same defense you saw last year, so stop comparing it.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott going to be a different quarterback, so stop comparing it.
Sure.
And this Andy Dalton, listen, this is a totally different offense,
Sure.
so stop comparing it.
Sure.
Like, I just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jason Garrett still here?
No.
Like, we didn't do this, and we didn't do that, and our defense was this, Dak was that, Andy Dalton was this, he was that. This is a whole new regime, baby.
Sure.
It's a whole new regime. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
All you know is what's being done right now, and what's being done right now is greatness. And I'm going to tell you what, they're scared.
Sure. Oh, yes, they got to be. They got to be.
They're scared.
They got to be.
That go down, we got a quarterback in here, number one, that ran the West Coast offense, so he knows what to do. You know what to do.
You know something I just thought about, though, 100 grand? You know something? You know how, because I played a little bit of football, coach more of it, but I think sometimes people can't handle success, or people are afraid of the idea of handling success. Like, it's easy to be the pessimist. It's easy to quit, and it's easy to lose. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people just don't want to be wrong.
Right.
People don't want to put themselves in a situation where they're vulnerable and wrong. You see what I mean? I just don't think. Go ahead.
My bad for interrupting you. This is your show, not mine.
Facts. You're right. 100%. You ain't lied yet, but go ahead. It's my shit, but go ahead.
But I feel this. I feel like we have a large, quote-unquote, fan base, right?
Sure.
I feel like there are true Cowboy fans in this fan base, and there are Cowboy fans that ride with the tide. When it's time to bash on the Cowboys, here they come. Sure. When the Cowboys get success, here they come switching it around, and they want to ride the train. Which one are you? Are you a real Cowboys fan, or do you ride the tide?
Right.
Don't straddle the fence. Don't ride the tide with the majority. If you're a real Cowboys fan, stand up.
Sure.
When it's time to bash on the Cowboys, then everybody just come bash on the Cowboys because it's the popular thing to do, man.
Right.
I feel like that's what it is.
Sure.
That's what's going on, and not just our fan base, a lot of these fan bases. But since we got the largest one, it roars the loudest.
But
You feel me?
man, but I don't like it though,
Nobody
100
want to be
grand.
wrong.
I don't like that because you know what's gonna happen. The
I
Cowboys.
don't like it either.
Because look, this is gonna happen. The Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl next year, right? And somebody's gonna want to shake my hand. I'm not gonna want that from them Cowboy fans because I know how they've been moving all year. That's my problem.
Exactly. I ain't going. That's what I'm saying. Yo, show your hand. Don't ride with the tide. Yeah, I told you so. If they go down, yeah, I told you so. I was pumping it since the beginning. Yeah. If you pumping it since the beginning, don't switch up your tone when you see touchdowns get scored by Dak, Zeke, Amari, and Lamb. I don't want to hear it. Oh, I didn't want him to wear the 88. Why you got the jersey on?
Because I'm sure getting one.
I don't want to hear that, bro.
I'm sure getting that CD Lamb joint.
But you a true Cowboys fan.
Sure.
You ain't one of these people out here pump faking, man.
Sure.
If y'all pump faking, yo, go on the other side, bro, because y'all making us look bad. Real talk.
I'm going to limit.
Yo, I'm getting to the point where it's like, yo, save these videos.
Yeah.
Because when we start winning, go back on these comments that you see right now.
Yeah.
These same people going to be switching their tone up, I'm telling you, yo.
Yo, 100 grand now. Now, 100 grand, watch this, though. 100 grand, just as fast as you said that, because I think real fast, right? I was like, you know what, 100 grand, I don't have enough time, and I'm not petty enough to do that. Let me tell you about the petty shit I did, 100 grand. On my mock draft show, this was in like draft season or whatever, a couple days ago. On my mock draft show, when I mocked the Cowboys getting Lamb or whatever, it was a bunch of comments down there saying, "Oh, Voch, this will never happen. Voch, I'm leaving this video. Lamb will never make it to the Cowboys. Voch, you're biased. Voch, you lost credibility." You know, my goofy ass went to each and every last one of them comments and just left a little smiley face, or just left a little thank you, or just left a little damn. You know what I mean? If y'all go to my if y'all go to my mock draft video, I went through all the comments that said Lamb will never make it to 17. I just said something a little nice to everybody. I just said something. So I maybe I am petty enough and I got enough energy to pull that off. Maybe.
No, it need to be done.
Sure.
And not just for the people leaving the comments.
Sure.
For some of these YouTubers too, bro. Some of these YouTubers too. Some of these YouTubers are soft because you don't agree with them. They get mad at you.
Boy.
And I ain't gonna say his name because this ain't his platform. You feel me? And invite you, my dog. I wouldn't do that to you. But I hope he listening. You feel me? I don't have to agree with you, bro.
He's not listening. Trust me, he's not listening.
I think you know who I'm talking about.
I know who he's talking about. He don't watch my show. He kind of like check in every now and then, but you know he don't watch my show. Let me ask you a question.
I know that's your man. I know that's your man, but you feel where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? I'm sure you feel the same way sometimes when he be saying shit, yo.
It's not my business.
On, man.
It's not. So listen. He's not a member of the round table, correct?
No.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, don't worry.
No.
Yeah, I got you.
All I'm gonna say is Dalton. That's it.
Yeah, I got you. Relax, 100 grand. We're a community. We're a community, sir, and we have to get along with each other. You know what I'm saying? I can't offend a political connect. Oh man.
But you know what I mean?
Sure.
People get butt hurt because you don't agree with them. I don't have to agree with you, bro.
Sure, 100%.
Like, you know?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I feel
you. America last time I checked.
I feel you, 100 grand. Listen, I got callers, man, but you know your calls are always appreciated, man. Salute, my guy.
You already know, bro. Love the show. You already know how we do.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. 100 grand, though. You're not going to pull no punches, man. You're not going to pull no punches. I disagree with people all the time, man. And I may sound like, like I'm fussing at somebody, but hold on, let me get Rocco up out of here. Why is Rocco cussing in my chat box? What's going on with Rocco? Can I get somebody in my chat box to tell me what's going on? Did my chat box just anything? I need answers. Anyway, Voch, I'm not advocating, but can the Cowboys switch franchise designation on Dak? Nah, I think he only got tagged to extend the time for them to negotiate. Dak will get paid. I think Dak will be fine. I saw a comment from Justin Quarles. I can't find it, but he was basically talking about the stats on defense and the kicking game stats or whatever. And my nuanced opinion about why the offense didn't, thrive even though they had the numbers is that the kicking game was so bad and the defense was bend but don't break to where the other team would bend us. And even if they didn't break us, they would kick field goals. And if they kick field goals, we got the ball on the 20-yard line every single time. And there were also situations where we would miss field goals and Brett Maher just didn't have the leg to kick the ball through the back of the end zone. So, the other team will get better field position. So we get bad field position, they get good field position. That's just a bad, that's a bad concoction for our defense giving up field goals and us having to drive 80 yards every single drive of the game. That's my nuanced football opinion on why we had stats, but we didn't necessarily have scores. I think if we get better field position, if we got better field position, I think we would, score more points. We got some more people that haven't called in, so let me get in here and check out these people that these numbers I don't recognize. I just want to check out and see what these people's talking about. 706, what's up? Who this?
What's good? Good. J. Ugo Murray. Hey, look at here, Bob.
What's up, my guy?
I was wrong, man.
Okay.
I was one of the ones to say Lamb and Judy wouldn't go past 10.
It's cool, man. Don't worry about it.
But check this, man. I'm gonna just play devil's advocate real quick. Like, I'm one of the ones that think like, okay, let's get another quarterback and let's sign a whole bunch of guys like Clowney. Mm-hmm. And make a run with free agents. I wanted to keep Byron Jones.
Sure.
Only reason I say that because I didn't see enough of Dak to be like, okay, let's pay this guy 40 whatever million we won't pay him like Mahomes them, and then we got to put a stacked up offensive line around him, a stacked up wide receiver crew. I gave Bart Scott hell last year when he said Teddy Bridgewater could replace Dak.
Yeah.
We went down to New Orleans and got beat by Teddy Bridgewater. That pissed me off.
Sure.
So I started looking at him like, man, you know what? Maybe Bridgewater could replace Dak. Like, why we got to put money overpaid for a quarterback when the league, that's something the league doing. Like, we fell into that same trap with Zeke. I didn't want to pay Zeke because we got Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
I felt like you know what I'm saying? You got all your assets invested in your offensive line like that. Why you got to pay a top tier back when we can't even get there 3 yards on third down?
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's the way I be thinking. Like, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong.
Nah, man. Nah, just teams build like team building come in different shapes and sizes. You ain't wrong necessarily. Nah, go ahead.
That man said, they say kick me out, Voch. Hey, let me ask you one thing. I was watching one of your videos, and you said, and we back like bra strap.
Yes,
what
sir.
Video was that on, man? That shit was funny.
Shit, a lot of them. A lot of them. I see it all the time. Shit. I haven't said it much lately. I don't know. I just, I guess I just go through my different phases or whatever, but shit, all of them. Shit.
They mad because I don't want to pay back.
No, it's not you. I think it's something in my chat box going on, so I'm about to send a phone call to get John Wick to come sweep this chat box up real fast though. But hold on, so your name is Jay what now?
Jay Uga, UGA.
Jay Uga. All right, Jay Uga. I just put you down platinum, Jay Uga. So this was a good call. So next time you call in, you'll go with the rest of the platinum folk, Jay Uga.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man. Let me do this so I don't get people hanging up. So listen, we're gonna go back to powerlifting and track. We're gonna go Twitter Brandon. He's gonna be our next call. Okay. 907 on deck. 252 in the hole. All right now. Let's see. Stop being nice, Voch. It's real always, dog. Don't do me, Voch. What Voch do? Y'all okay. Hold on, let me call John Wick in here. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me call John Wick. John Wick to fix this up real fast. Hold on. If you are not busy, busy. Can you come clean up? No, just check on my chat box. Let's see. Can you come check on my chat box? Please. All right. Let's get into the phone and see what's going on. Let's go Twitter Brandon. What's happening?
What's good, man?
Everything, my guy. What you got for the show?
Man, shoot. Hey, so this whole Andy Dalton signing, like, I love it because here's a quarterback who has been to the playoffs with one of the worst franchises in probably, the last 20, 30 years easily.
Okay.
And I think that's hard to do in a tough AFC North division with Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Okay.
I think that says a lot about him. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler. He already knows the West Coast offense because he's been in it.
Okay.
He also has a spread background because he was a spread quarterback at TCU.
Sure.
And in 2016 when he went to the Pro Bowl, when Bill Lazor was running the offense, he put a lot of spread principles in it, and Dalton thrived. So now he comes to Dallas as a backup, a guy who, like I said, took a terrible franchise to the playoffs, at least did that much, and you get him to back up Dak. I think that's great insurance for Dallas, and it makes sense. And not only that, when this 1-year contract is up, you know he's going to get a big contract the following off season, which means our compensatory pick is going to be high in 2022. It just makes sense.
Sure. 100%.
What do you think?
100%. I think whenever you can get a player that's actually like starting caliber player, you can get that guy to come in and be a backup. I think you win your backup spot. To where we're not looking at like Case Keenum is a cool backup. Like Cody Kessler, like those guys are like cool backups. But the fact that we got guys that can win games, and I think he's like 30 something and 20 something, so that might be like, I don't know, whatever percentage, whatever it is. I'm not a math guy, but if we only need him to win 5 games or just to play 5 games, if he goes 3-2, then that's a good day. That's a good sign for us.
Of course, because in the last 15 years, some of our backups have been like Brad Johnson. Okay, well, he won Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. We had John Kidner. He was a very good backup for us. We've had, Kyle Orton. So, I mean, that kind of stuff makes sense where you can feel comfortable saying, hey, look, my quarterback is hurt. Like you said, 5 games, we're going to win 3 of them. Mm-hmm. That keeps us in the playoff race. And when Dak comes back, he can finish everything off. We're in the playoffs, and we're headed to the Super Bowl.
Sure. 100%, Mr. Wolf. Shit, you know my vibes. You know my vibes right. when that damn super word start to get thrown around. So I'm with you, man. I agree. And if Mike McCarthy is as better than Jason Garrett as we think he is, then I don't see the problem.
Right, and I firmly believe he is, not just because what he did in Green Bay.
Sure.
But also when he was an OC a long time ago in New Orleans, I think he did a good job. He comes from the Mike Holmgren tree. So I think that, like I said, Andy Dalton is going to learn more as a quarterback being in Dallas, and then, like I said, next offseason, he's going to get a big contract, and that's a big compensatory pick for us for 2022.
Sure. 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 100%, Mr. Wolf. 100%. Hey, Twitter Brandon, great call, man. Appreciate you.
No problem, man.
Yes, sir. Speaking of Brandon.
What's up?
No. I'm just cutting you off. Don't worry about it. Hang the phone up. Speaking of Brandon's, we got a cash app from Brandon from Franklin Football. He was saying these Dak haters lost their mind. Get them some milk. Salute to you. And we also got 4 from Toot. He said salute. Toot Robinson in the chat box. Like I kind of saw some some weird chats from him. Has somebody taken his phone, or what's going on with Toot, man? Toot be down the middle, man. Toot don't be pissed off very much. What's going on, Mr. Robinson? What's going on in the chat box? And hopefully I can get one of my admins on the job. I am Sheepdog45 dropped a super chat, dropped 5 in there. Appreciate you, man. Do you think we signed a punter like Dustin Colquitt that was released from Kansas City and boot Chris Jones to the curb? Tell you what, I don't watch too much film on kickers and punters, so don't let me lie to you. Don't let me lie to you. But I tell you what, man, whatever, what's his name? Whatever Fossil decides to do, then hell, if the Fossil can, look, whatever he need. If he want a punter that can throw the ball better than he can kick it, let's get it for him. Whatever we got to do. All right, let me hit this button.
The conference has been locked.
In case y'all didn't know, I got some film dropping too after this, so we're gonna live stream here today, and then we're gonna run over to the film joint, and we're gonna watch some film together as a family, as a team, a unit. You know what I'm saying? Got some trolls up in my chat box apparently, so apparently it seems to have calmed down since I said John Wick was on the way. So that's good. All right, let's go. We got 907 next, 252 on deck, 240 in the hole. 907, what's up? Who this?
What up?
What's happening?
So why do you think Dak is actually that elite? Like, I don't understand. Like, his arm power is nowhere near a Cowboy quarterback status. Nowhere near it. Period. He's no Staubach. He's no Troy Aikman.
Okay.
He's no Romo. Even Romo could throw to people that couldn't catch balls.
Right.
Now, he does have legs. I give it. He's strong.
Sure.
He's tough.
Right.
He's a beast.
Right.
But he don't have the arm.
Sure.
Cowboys are known for arms. Sure. They make receivers.
Right.
And I think Andy Dalton he's a slinger, man.
Okay. So let's do this, right? I didn't use the E word with Dak Prescott. I didn't use the E word. I think the E word gets thrown around a bunch. So don't just kind of put that on me. Second,
that's fair.
Secondly, I don't really understand what you're saying when you say Cowboy arm talent. I don't really understand what you mean by that.
Well, when I grew up in Dallas, okay. I was born in Dallas, so I grew up watching football.
Well, I was born in Natchez, and we got TVs
when
too.
I was a kid.
Okay.
When I grew up, I seen nothing but arm sling.
Sure.
I seen receivers getting big names because balls were getting thrown in their direction. That's what I'm used to.
Okay.
I'm not used to seeing quarterbacks getting out of the way and running. That ain't what I'm not used to seeing. I'm used to seeing Michael Irvin catch balls. Period.
So let me ask you a question, because Michael Irvin don't play no more.
I know that.
So did you watch Dak Prescott last year?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I?
Okay, have you watched Dak the last 4 years?
Yes.
So you're aware that Dak is the second most winning quarterback since he's been in the league, and he was also 10 yards away from Tony Romo's season passing record. And if we didn't have 41 drops, if we didn't have 41 drops, he would have broken that easily.
We only had one good year with Dak Prescott.
We've had a 13-3. We had a 13-3. We went to the playoffs. We missed it at 9-7 because of the.
Why did he have a good game? A good season that year, because Romo was still right behind him.
When Romo was behind him.
Now look,
hold on, let me talk, because I'm letting you talk, because you're saying something wrong here. When Romo was behind Dak was 13-3, sir.
First year, yes. That's what I'm saying.
You're saying
good for Dak.
Okay, go ahead.
What?
I'm trying to be a great listener. You said that when Romo was behind Dak, Dak was bad. Dak was 13-3 when he was.
No, I did not. I said the only good year we had with Dak was the year that his first
was
year
13 and
with
3.
Romo sitting behind him.
Wait, time out. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 30 seconds. Let me see something. Hold on.
We only had one good year with Dak Prescott.
Hold on. We've had a 13 and 3. We had a 13 and 3. We went to the playoffs. We missed it at 9 and 7 because of the
Why did he have a good game, a good season that year? Because Romo was still right behind him.
You just said you just said Dak had a bad year because Romo was right behind him. You just said that. I just rolled the tape back. You just said that.
I said the best year. We only have one good year. I said we only have one good year.
Okay, I'm listening, sir.
Dak Prescott.
Okay, I'm listening, sir. Okay, go ahead.
I said we have one good year.
Okay, and
this also could be good for Dak Prescott because now he has somebody sitting behind him that could actually give him that extra boost to play a little bit better.
So let me just kind of further retort that. We had the 13 and 3 year. We went to the playoffs last year. We had the 9 and 7 year where Zeke was kind of whatever.
We didn't go to the playoffs last year.
The year before last, pardon me, the 2018 season.
Yeah, we got beat by a shitty-ass Eagles team that we should have beat.
So 2016 and 18 were playoff years. 9 and 7, Dez was hurt. Zeke was out. Sean Lee was out. Tyron Smith was out. We lost a lot of games. The team was compromised there. And of course we had a bad season last year. So I don't understand where Dak only got one good season at. I don't understand where
he's only got one good season.
So
he's only got one good season.
I just named you two playoff seasons, sir.
Bruh.
I just named two.
Dallas football, bruh. I live Dallas football.
I got TV too. Listen, sir, I understand.
Listen,
sir, my good sir, I understand you live in Dallas, but I got TV too. I got the TV and the internet. I can watch the games backwards multiple times. I can watch the games at all kind of different angles and shit. Dak had more than one good season, sir. What do you say?
He's had one good year, bro. Dude, I moved to Nashville and seen a great quarterback called Steve McNair, Air McNair, and Dak can't even touch him. Dak can't even touch Air McNair.
Why are we comparing Dak Prescott to other people? Why are we comparing Dak Prescott?
Dak is garbage. He ain't got an arm.
I want to hang up on you so bad. I want to hang up on you.
You can.
Okay. How about
you wanted to argue?
No, but because you're arguing incorrectly, sir. Okay, let me ask you this, sir. So how about this? What quarterbacks last year would you have preferred over Dak Prescott besides Pat Mahomes and them? What quarterback would you have rather?
Anybody that could sling a ball.
I asked you a question, sir.
Anybody that could sling a ball.
I asked you a question, sir. What quarterback?
I hate Green Bay. I hate Green Bay, but I would have even took Aaron Rodgers, and I hate Green Bay.
Dak passed better than Aaron Rodgers. Dak has won more. Dak has outpassed. Dak has outpassed. You got the internet too. Not only has Dak outpassed them. Now, can I talk? I'll let you talk. Steve McNair ain't got a Super Bowl. You just talked about him. And then Aaron Rodgers ain't won a damn Super Bowl in a decade.
He went to the Super Bowl.
You just said win.
He went to the Super Bowl.
Okay, how about this? By how much? Can I talk?
Lost the Super Bowl
how much? Can I talk?
Oh, yeah. Well, you brought Steve up.
Can I talk? You said you would take Aaron Rodgers. I simply retorted by saying Dak outpassed Aaron Rodgers last year, and he's won more games since 2016 than Aaron Rodgers, sir. So now, name me another quarterback besides Aaron Rodgers, and I will give you my side about why I think Dak is better than him. Go ahead, sir.
He's not better than Aaron Rodgers. And I hate Green Bay. I'm a true-blooded Cowboy fan. And you said
Dak is trash. You said Dak is trash. I'm just trying to prove to you that he's not, sir. Go ahead.
Well, he's trash in the arm area.
Dak. How about this though? How about this? Can I say this? Dak was the third best deep passing quarterback last year. Can I say that to you? Then what? What do you say about that?
Where did he get us?
You said why you keep moving the goalpost, sir? Why you keep moving the goalpost?
You keep saying he's the best, but where did he get us?
I never said Dak. I never said Dak was the best. I never said Dak was elite. You're saying these things, sir. You're saying Dak Prescott is trash. I'm proving to you how not trash Dak Prescott is. I asked you, sir.
You can't prove.
I said to you, sir, that Dak Prescott
has he beat Romo's record? Has he beat Romo's record?
He was about to beat it last year. If you wouldn't have 41 drops,
He lost to the Eagles. He didn't even get in the playoffs.
I want to hang up on you so bad because you're not being reasonable, sir. You're not being reasonable, sir. If I told you Dak was 10 yards away from Tony Romo's record, can I talk? Can I talk, please, sir?
How are you gonna be a good quarterback?
Can I please? I let you talk so much.
Get 2 playoff wins.
I let you talk so much.
Romo has got the same thing you got.
I let you. Okay, so
Like, come on.
okay, so how about this? Let me say one thing, and I'm gonna touch on it. Let me say this. I'm gonna touch on your other point. You said he hasn't beaten Tony Romo's records. First of all, sir,
about playoff
can
wins.
I talk,
I'm
sir?
about playoff wins.
Damn, can I talk?
Playoff wins.
Can I talk, sir?
I don't want you to drift off into some other kind of conversation. Just playoff wins.
Can I talk, sir? This is a conversation, not a monologue, sir. This is a conversation, not a monologue. You said Dak Prescott has not beat Tony Romo's record.
Just playoff wins.
I'm hanging up on you. Matter of fact, I'm not hanging up on you. Let me ask you a question.
No, you are.
Matter of fact, let me ask you a question before I hang up on you. Would you rather a quarterback like, sir? Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Would you rather a quarterback like Deshaun Watson or like Lamar Jackson?
No.
Boy, you better not. Boy, you better not, because you know I was about to hit you. Get your ass off my phone, dog. You know I was about to hit you. You know I was about to hit you. You know I was about to hit you. Get your ass off my phone, dog. He knew I was about to hit him. He knew I was about to hit him. Oh, boy, let me tell you something, man. That's them I Am Legend monsters I'm talking about, man. That's them I Am Legend monsters I be talking about, man. 252 is up next. 240 is on deck. 609 is in the hole. 252. Hello, who is this?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, my good sir. How you doing? Who this?
This is Tavis. How you doing, man?
Man, coolin', my guy. What you got for the show?
All right. Yeah, from what I've been hearing lastly from the last caller, yeah, that was just straight up crazy.
Thank you,
sir. But back to what I was saying, yeah, it was. Well, to what I was saying is it's a lot of people that I be around that say that Dak Prescott cannot throw the football for nothing. That was just trying to think with the last caller.
Sure.
How could he not throw the football when his completion percentage is just as elite as Rodgers, Brady, and others, and not to mention he's top 5 in completion percentage? I don't get it. Why are they bashing this kid? Because he wearing a star on his helmet? I mean, help me out here.
Well, you know, I Am Legend monsters, they don't really have a good reason why they tearing up shit in the city. No, I mean, you know, I don't know why they don't know why they chasing Will Smith.
The conference has been unlocked.
They don't know why they're tearing up the city. I Am Legend monsters, they don't have logic, sir. They're just being unreasonable. And I think a lot of these Cowboy fans are being unreasonable just for the sake of doing it.
You sound like you wanted some fame the way he was acting.
Well, he was wrong on everything I said. On everything I said. And I tried to give a reasonable back and forth, but he didn't want to listen to me. So it is what it is. But go ahead.
True. And people forgot that when Dez and Dak was together, when Dak was a rookie, people forgot the chemistry that them two had. Sure. People don't want to talk about that, though. And then all of a sudden the next year when the line was deteriorating, that really killed their chemistry, and that's what allowed Dez to get released. Mm-hmm. I still feel sometimes as though that we shouldn't have released Dez. They should have had another year and solidified that line and let them two go at it one last time. Then we would know for sure either it's Dak or it's Dez. People forgot about that.
Sure, 100%. I think what happens is sometimes when you're not a first round pick, and sometimes when people have a preconceived notion of you, I just think people don't want to be wrong sometimes. I just think sometimes people will just go through any extreme not to be wrong. And they'll even get on the internet and look silly just to not be wrong about something. And I think people had their reservations about Dak. Dak had a bad season, so they kind of went real hard on Dak's bad season. But even Dak improving was not enough for them to say that Dak has gotten much better and he's leading the league in most passing metrics. I just think people just want to get stuck in their own ways, but you can't help people if they don't want to be helped.
I just don't understand that at all either, because when Dak and Zeke was together that rookie year, they showed that was destiny. When I first saw that, that was destiny. And when I was seeing that when we drafted Dak Prescott, first thing came to my mind was his accuracy, because I watched him in Mississippi State. I was a fan of him. We all know he was great with his legs. He did it in college. We know he's nice. He's not a scrub. I try to tell people he was far from a bum, but I always question his accuracy. But I see he has gotten better. So for those that don't understand that, that's on them. That's for the birds for me, man. But Dak and Zeke, what they showed their rookie year, that is true destiny, and I just hope that it stays for as long as it could.
100%, Mr. Wolf. Thank you for the call, sir. It was a good one.
Love. Appreciate it, boss. Love.
Yes, sir. Salute. Man. So I unlocked the phones to get some more callers back here.
The conference has been locked.
Because I think we have a pretty good conversation going back and forth here today. So I opened the phones up. I just locked them back up. We got 7 callers left. So we're going to get to these 7 callers. Then we're going to end the show, and then we're going to go watch some film. All right? So we're going to get to these 7 callers to hear what they got to say. I think I kind of want to run them in order, too. I know I got some platinum and privileged guys on the phone. But I kind of want to get these in order. So everybody just hang tight real fast. I just want to hear what's going on. We got 240 up next, 609 on deck, and Frankly Football Brandon in the hole. 240, what's up? Who this?
What's going on, Voch? This Trent.
What's happening, my guy? What you got for
I'm
the show?
an old head.
Okay.
So I'm going to help the dude out there before.
Go ahead.
Roger Staubach was known as a running quarterback.
Okay.
Not a quarterback with an arm. So we can stop that one.
Man.
Number 2, they keep forgetting that there was debate over Troy Aikman, and he was a number 1 draft pick.
Yeah.
They were talking about Steve Walsh over him. So we can stop that debate. Okay. Yeah. Secondly, which one of them would have traded Dak for Andy Dalton last year? Nobody. So let's kill that one right there.
Sure.
Now, the Cowboys, I've been a Cowboy fan for, I'm 53, so since I've been about 8. So I know their history. Mm-hmm. The reason why people are talking this crap about Dak Prescott is because they think he needed a lot of help in order to win. The fact of the matter is most of this team was already together when Dak became quarterback.
Sure.
Romo didn't take him no goddamn where.
Right. I feel yo, man. You know, I just ain't want to hate on Romo because I was hitting old boy with all the other stuff I was hitting him with. But you're right. Romo didn't take us there neither. So.
And I'm not hating on Romo. Sure. I'm just stating a fact.
Sure.
That offensive line was together with Romo.
Sure.
Dak inherited him. They didn't draft him to come and help Dak. Dak inherited that.
Yeah. That's facts.
All right. He's in his 4th year.
The conference has been unlocked.
5th year.
Right.
Let's see. Troy Aikman got to the Super Bowl in his 4th year?
Right.
So that's a year off. And he had Jason Garrett, the greatest coach in NFL history, Mr. 8-8.
Man, look, OG, you ain't said nothing wrong yet, man. You ain't said nothing wrong yet, OG. I appreciate. What's your name again, OG? Who is it?
Trent.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I just put you in as platinum. So next time you call in, you know what I'm saying? Next time you call in, you'll go to the top. I'm going to put you in as OG Trap. Appreciate you, man.
All right. Thank you very much, Raj. Have a nice one.
Yes, sir. I like when I had these shows and these old men call in because I was born in 92, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have that fact. I don't have all the old man facts. Set off, Chris. Call in so I can lock these phones back up. Since y'all want to call my show late and have me reopening the phones. Let's get back into it. 609 is up next. Frankly Football Brandon is on deck.
The conference has been locked.
Hold on, time out. So Set It Off Chris is up next. 609 is on deck. Franklin Football Brandon is in the hole because that's just how privilege work. My bad. Set It Off Chris. How you doing, sir?
What's up, boss? How you doing, man?
You ain't
excellent show as always, man.
Listen,
hey,
man.
I was on Twitter, man, and I finally saw your stuff come up. I don't know why your stuff doesn't come right to me, man, but I caught the end of the show, man. Yeah. But I'm just hearing everybody spitting this fire, man. That's all I'm hearing, man.
Man, you should have been around when old fella called in and I had to scream on him, man. You're going to have to watch the replay, man. I had to scream on somebody.
You know I'm going to watch the replay, man, but I'm just trying to figure something out. Voch. Mm-hmm. How come I just help me because maybe I'm naive, but let's say Tyrese Hill, Andy Reid, all the kids in Kansas City got it.
Sure.
Jimmy Garoppolo got a whole bunch of folks, right?
Sure.
And he got a defense, right?
Yep.
Dadgummit, Big Ben, Antonio Brown before he went crazy.
Sure.
You know, and everybody
Offense.
can get help.
Offense.
Everybody can get help now.
Yep.
I don't want to preach. I know it's Sunday, but I'm just trying to figure out why is it that any time a player goes to the Dallas Cowboys and he's a good player, that needs that help to take a team to the next level. But I thought the goal was to get a collection of good players and go win the championship.
Sure. 100%.
That's what we're supposed to do, right? 100%, right?
100%, Mr. Wolf.
100%. So across the board, no make a difference. It was Romo, Aikman, Walsh, Staubach, daggum Craig Morton, daggum, I don't care who it was, man. The goal was to put a collection of good players and go win the championship.
Sure.
But for some strange, odd reason, this fan base, and I'm gonna just call them civilians because there can't be people that hang around you. And then on one of the 50,000 plus people that hang around you that can sit around here and honestly say, without a shadow of doubt, that they don't want as many good players around them, and they don't care who's doing what. They all do it together to win, man.
Sure.
So daggum tired, man, of these fools on here, man, swearing up and down that they bleed the silver and blue and the white, man. And they talking about, hey, he can't do it without this. God dang, can't nobody do it without it. Because people keep forgetting the abyss of daggum Quincy and Clint Sterner and daggum Drew Henson and daggum Chad Hutchinson until you got lucky enough, because you lucky enough in this situation to get an undrafted guy who's untouchable, that everything he called now from the booth is correct, but he couldn't call that junk out when he took two sacks back-to-back in the end of the third quarter, being to the fourth quarter in the Green Bay game. Right. Everybody forget that in the divisional round.
Right.
Now you get on this kid who turns around in his fourth year and has just gotten better and better and better and better, because the goal is to progress and become better, because Voch in 2016 ain't nowhere as nice as Voch in 2020.
Damn.
Huh?
I was all right in 2016. I was all right in 2016, but boy, 2025.
You was nice in 16. You was nice in 16. But who you are now,
man,
ain't nowhere near where you was in 16, bro.
Man, that's fact.
Nothing, because in 16, you was putting little circles around your little film study guys. Yeah. You weren't breaking it down. You weren't showing people what hand fight 2017, 18, 19. See what I'm saying? That's the progression. Yeah. So I don't understand for the life of me. Folks keep thinking that this kid was supposed to come out of Mississippi State. He acknowledged he didn't know how to read defenses. In 2017, you 5-3 after you beat the daggum Chiefs, and you on a roll, and you turn back and you put daggum, oh man, the green kid at left tackle, and he get hit and hit like Willie Beeman on daggum on any given Sunday, and you expect him to come back and be okay.
Yeah.
You expect him to take that ass whooping he took that night and turn around and not be a little gunshot.
Yeah. And you know what? You know what set it up, Chris? When you watch this on demand, you're gonna hear me saying all these things to the I Am Legend monster that called in earlier, man. I had to scream on him a little bit. Like I feel like sometimes we just don't know how to handle success. I think that it's just easy to be the pessimist. It's just easy to be that. Like, there are some people that exist, and I know because I just watch people's motions, right? I just watch how people talk. I think people feel like if you ain't got Pat Mahomes, you can't win a Super Bowl. I think people feel that way. I think people legitimately feel that way. If you ain't got Pat Mahomes, you can't win. I can win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. I know I can win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. And if
you got all the pieces, go ahead, bro.
If Mike McCarthy is as good as we think he is, if we say, you know what, Mike McCarthy, we gonna give you the #1 offense last year and CeeDee Lamb. All your job, Mike McCarthy, is to sustain that, make sure we not last in special teams, and make sure we better than 16 on defense. That's all Mike McCarthy got to do is be better than Jason Garrett. That's all he got to do. That's all he got to do.
Man, that's all he got to do. And the Joker just got to do. He got to do it in the most something we've never seen before, because he's going to turn around and he's not going to get a full 6 months to do it. He's going to have to do it within 4 months.
But
he's going to have to do it within 4 months, because we all hoping we get back to normal life, July time frame. We're going to be able to do it in 4 months. But I can just see it's just so crazy that if he don't do it, right, everybody's going to say it was Dak's fault. You know what I'm saying? And if you do it, they did it in spite of it.
Well, see, Chris. This the problem though. We can win the Super Bowl next year, right? We can win it by 3. We can win it by 3. Listen, we can win it by 3. And somebody gonna say, y'all just won the Super Bowl by 3. Y'all ain't even win it.
You didn't blow them out. You just barely won. Listen, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. The moment they had that happen, that's gonna be the biggest party of all time. It's gonna be some Prince 1990 partying once this bowl goes down.
I'm gonna stream for 10 hours. I'm
coming all the way to Houston, and we're going to go ahead and put some guns in the air and pop some bottles.
We better not win the Super Bowl next year.
They're going to be like, yo, Mrs. Voch is in here acting a phone. Close the law. I'm just telling you, that's how it's got to be. That's how it's got to pop up. But, man, I'm going to get out your hair, man. I just love the show, man. Everybody, man, these guys coming on, just, man, such a knowledgeable daggone following, man. But you always got to have that one clown or two that comes on, has to put on his red suit and his nose, and come out with this foolishness about Ray Dakota Prescott. They got to come out about Ray Dakota Prescott, man. I'm going to sit over here and listen to Frankie's football, man, and take it to my homeboy and check him out.
I was so pissed off when that dude called in early. I was like, I want to hang up on you so bad, but I want to teach you. I wanted to teach him so bad. I didn't want to hang up on him because I didn't want to think that he just got off easy. You know what I'm saying? Remember on Major Payne when old boy got in trouble? He said, what you think I should do with you? Maybe you should expel me, sir. Major Payne say, what, and send you on a vacation? That's how I thought, Chris. That's how I thought, Chris. I thought if I'd have just hung up on him, I thought if I
No. Don't. So you got to quit taking it so easy on them.
Yeah.
Because you got to bombard them with facts.
Yeah.
So when they sitting there and they can be like, no, just bombard them with facts. The facts are the facts, man. The facts are the facts are the facts.
I kind of want.
And at the end of the day, we have been blessed with this. We have been blessed with not having to go 2-14 because we damn near lost our mind in 2017, man.
Sure.
We damn near lost our mind going 4-12. In 2015, we damn near lost our mind going 4-12.
Sure.
We didn't know how to handle going 4-12.
Sure.
The Cowboy fan base does not understand this 25 years of not winning the Super Bowl. That's what we got to pull on with. We have not had to deal with season after season after season of losing seasons. You know what I'm saying? This kid ain't had a losing season yet. 8-8 ain't a winning season, but it ain't a losing season. But you have not dealt with 5-11, 6-10. The majority of them haven't dealt with that. You ain't dealt with that hardly. You've dealt with 3 years of 5-11. 3 years of 5-11, right? Then you go ahead and get the Parcells era, the 10-6, 9-7, 7-9. You deal with that. Then you get through this other part. But they haven't dealt with the long stretches of losing. For them to go up in the draft where you go get that guy in the first round.
Sure.
You haven't dealt with that. You luckily found a kid from Eastern Illinois, and let's remember, they wanted Connor Cook. They wanted Paxton Lynch.
Sure.
Remember that. They was willing to trade up to get them clowns.
Sure.
I don't even think we the one that fools are still in football. If not anything, they're a backup, and guess what? They're not even a better backup than Andy Dalton that they signed. Beautiful signing. Smart signing. Man, this fan base sometimes just drives you crazy, man. But you love them, man, like a play cousin.
Like a play cousin we don't really fool with like that. But they family. But they family.
But they still family. But they family.
But they family.
They still family.
Yeah.
And they just drive you crazy, man. Listen, let me get out your hair, man. Let me listen to the rest of my homies, man.
Appreciate
it. Bro, we'll get up with this week, man. We'll talk this week. You know how we do.
Appreciate it, my guy. That's why you got privilege, man. Your call's always the best, man. Your call's always the best.
I always try to keep it.
Yeah, down hung up on. My bad. Set it off, Chris, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you get privilege right there. I mean, there's platinum, then there's the numbers I don't recognize, but boy, that's how you get privilege. Now back to 609 being next. Frankly, football is on deck. 505 is in the hole. 609, what's up? Who this?
Hey, Voch, how you doing, man?
What's happening?
Hey, my name's Nawan. You know, my family and friends call me Nine, and it's funny you were just saying you're on the young side. I'm on the younger side.
How old are you?
I'm actually 17.
17.
Yes,
So what you doing in school, man? Y'all gonna have like a quarantine prom or something? How that work?
Right now, pretty much we're just on computers and stuff and doing work from there. It's kind of trash, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Boy, if I was 17 stuck in a house, I'd be sick. Anyway, what you got for the show, my guy? What you got for the show?
All right, man. I'm just listening. I got a headache, Voch.
100%. Sure.
Yeah, I got a headache, Voch, because these Dak haters is getting on my nerves, man.
Indubitably, yeah.
And me, obviously, I grew up with the era of Romo and Dak, obviously. So I understand everything that's going on between the two of them.
Sure.
But I was listening to the guy earlier in the show that was going off, and man, I wanted to be next so bad.
Yeah.
Because obviously the guys that came after me kind of dug into him enough for me, but I wanted to dig in more the fact that, I don't like bringing race into sports, but would you rather our quarterback be white? Is that what he's trying to imply? Because
I don't think he was saying that. I just think he was ignorant. I just think he was ignorant and just kind of in his own way, But I don't know, because he did say he wouldn't take Deshaun Watson, Lamar Jackson. Oh, he did say that.
Yeah, that's what I say.
He did say that.
I say, listen, he didn't pick Deshaun and Lamar, but he wanted, his Romos, Aikmans, all them guys, but he didn't want all the black guys. Is that what it is? Like, you want them white guys who play baseball all their lives to go play our quarterback?
I just think he was ignorant. I just think he was ignorant.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Yeah,
because the facts prove it. Dak Prescott's the top 5 in completion percentage.
Sure.
Dak Prescott also, I remember watching. I watch your videos so much, Voch, so I'm meant to say that too.
Okay.
But you also brought up in an older video how he was like top 5 in air distance in his throws.
Yes.
So it's not like he's throwing dink and dunks no more. This guy's airing the ball out.
Right.
So I just don't understand how these Cowboys fans can't be grateful with what we have.
Mm.
We have, and it's not like we're losing games. I thought the whole point of playing quarterback and being a franchise quarterback is one game. All I've seen is the guy second in the league to Tom Brady in all wins since 2016.
Sure.
So I need to know where he's playing bad, especially last year. A lot of games weren't Dak's fault. And, I have a conversation with my friends. I live in Jersey, so most of the friends are Eagles fans, and I'm tired of hearing them.
Gotcha.
But these Carson Wentz fans, right? And my thing is they want to go off and the whole playoff run he had, games to the playoffs he went to, and they said, oh, he carried them, da-da-da. I very much disagree with that, because if you look at the running attack they had average over like 9 yards rushing a game.
Sure.
So I want to know that. That's one thing. Also, Doug Peterson made the playbook simpler for Carson Wentz.
Sure.
He threw digs, screens, and slants all game.
Sure.
So how impressive is that?
Hey, man.
So I just did he want Carson Wentz to join the Cowboys and think he's going to be better? That's my check. Everybody was questioning Carson Wentz's leadership and his playing ability, where he could throw a big, nice pass, but then he'd throw an inaccurate pass the next 3 passes.
Sure.
So what do you want out of that?
Fair enough. I think you can't listen to Eagles fans in that way, because they're kind of unreasonable as well. But at least they got a reason to be unreasonable, because that's just the rival thing. So I don't really hate on Eagles fans doing Eagles fans things. You know what I mean? I don't really hate on them.
Right.
It just hurt when it's your own team, man. It just hurt a little more.
Really
but I
does.
tell you what though, when we win that Super Bowl, I'm not gonna high five everybody. Everybody. I'm gonna high five a handful of people I know to high five.
Outside my house.
Yeah.
Outside my house, I got that Dallas flag with all the championship rings on. I'm ready for that next one to add on to it.
Cause you a gangster, man.
Because I'm tired. It's been a long drought, and I've been waiting for it, and I'm tired of hearing this Dak hate. Cause once he wins that ring, it's over. Nobody. What can you say? If he wins the ring, what are they going to say? Oh, he had a great talent. Well, that's how it works. You have a great front office.
Boy,
he won a ring.
It's going to be a cold day. It's going to be a cold day when the Cowboys win that Super Bowl.
My dad already talked about it. We might never make it to the Super Bowl, but look, we're going straight to Dallas for that part, for the parade that comes out when they win a ring. We already talked about this.
I'm about to find some credit card. I'm going to the Super Bowl. If the Cowboys going, me and the lady is going. What's your name again, man?
I feel you.
What's your name again?
Nine, but everybody calls me Nine.
Nine, like N-I-N-E?
I mean, N-Y.
Nine.
Usually my name's hard for people to pronounce. It's not that hard. It's Naiwan, but Usually just say Nye. They call me a nickname.
Nye, like Bill Nye, the science guy. I ain't mess with you, dog. Hey, I just
I got you.
I just put you down as platinum, Bill Nye. You wasn't even around. You wasn't outside. You 17. You don't know Bill Nye, the science guy. Anyway, I just put you down as platinum.
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
Okay, well, never mind then.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, so next time you call in, you go with the other platinum people. Appreciate you, man. Great call.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Buddy said he was 17, man. Vinny Testaverde, man. He wasn't outside for Vinny Testaverde, man. He wasn't outside for them. We got some more callers, though. We got Brandon from Frankly Football up next. 505 on deck. 205 in the hole. Let's see. Brandon, what's good, man? Brandon got me muted because he in the kitchen cooking and shit. Brandon.
Oh yeah, I did have you muted. I was talking though.
I just know how this works, man. I just know how this works.
We gotta get these people some milk, man. Oh man.
Talk to them.
I took a different approach, man, from what you was talking about the I Am Legend monster.
Uh-huh.
Today's callers and conversation is just another example of people need to stay in their lane.
Sure. Go ahead.
Like I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay.
I like working on cars. Okay. My girl is optometric technician. I don't even know if I pronounced that.
I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. But go ahead.
I look at eyes.
Huh?
She listen. This is how dedicated we are. She listens to you with me.
Okay.
That's real love. Anyway, I wouldn't go and look at a nigga eyes with her because I know how to stay in my lane. The same way that she wouldn't try to do somebody break. We stay in our lane.
Yes.
I don't even know the dude's name. I'm just gonna call him Mr. Wrong. That dude. He was talking about how
The conference has been unlocked.
Andy Dalton, had the arm to sling.
Yeah.
But Voch, did you know that Andy Dalton's longest pass was 86 yards? Dak's was 90. Maybe I'm missing something there.
What are you saying?
Did you know that in between 2016 to currently,
okay,
Andy Dalton had 13,586 yards.
What else?
Dak Prescott has had 15,778. Maybe I'm missing something here.
What else?
In that same amount of time,
right?
Dak Prescott has had 97 touchdowns.
Okay.
Andy Dalton has had 80.
Damn.
Now look. Interceptions. Andy Dalton has had 45. He threw 20 in that span.
Damn.
21 years. Dak Prescott has had 36.
Damn.
Crazy.
You talking to him, boy.
The conference has been locked.
You talking
Dak Prescott is 97. Almost perfect, Voch. Almost perfect. You a step away from perfection. You can see it.
Sure.
Andy Dalton, 86. Maybe he just needs to stay in his lane.
Possibly.
I don't want to use your term civilian. Voch, you play Red Dead Redemption a lot. You know when you just walk past some of the random NPCs, the non-player characters, and they just say something, and you don't even know what they're talking about. They just say something. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like a non-player character, somebody who has no relevance to the situation at hand.
He's an NPC, yeah.
An NPC. It's crazy, right? He's just talking, just to talk,
just to be heard.
In any of these statistics, was Andy Dalton better? A simple yes or no will suffice. No. Maybe people who are uninformed just need to stay in their lane.
Dak won more
because
games.
I don't understand where people can understand, like people can think.
Sure.
That this would in any way, form, or fashion be a threat to Dak Prescott's leadership of the Cowboys. What do you think about this?
Damn. I think very highly of Dak Prescott. I think teams like Oakland would push Carr off a bridge to have him. I think Dwayne Haskins would get pushed off a bridge for Dak Prescott. Guys like Daniel Jones, Sam Darnold. I even think Baker Mayfield would get pushed off a bridge to have Dak Prescott.
Kicked off a bridge.
You know what I'm saying?
Kicked off a bridge.
I just don't. You know what? I just think, and part of me wishes that some of these Cowboy fans can see the other side. I wish they can, and I feel like we should all be privy to this because we've gone through a year of Matt Castle, Kellen Moore, and Brandon Wheaton. Like we've gone through that year recently, incredibly recent, and Dak has done nothing but positive things for us. So I just don't understand, man. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I got a Vikings fan. Pardon me, Brian. I got a Vikings fan in my chat box saying that that he would rather Dak Prescott over Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Guess what Dak Prescott has done to Kirk Cousins every time they've met?
Yeah.
He won.
Not last year though, but if they'd have let Dak.
Well, no. Redskins Kirk Cousins.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
I tried to compare playoff statistics.
Okay.
But Andy Dalton ain't been there. But he ain't got nothing to compare.
Sure.
Dak Prescott has been twice since 2016. Andy Dalton ain't been there. Sure. I tried. Yeah. Just didn't compute.
It's rough, man. I would say we got to find a way to coexist with them, but I don't think we got to coexist with them. I don't think we have to.
Well, but sometimes you got to walk up to the NPCs and press X to talk to them.
Or
that
shoot
don't mean that they gonna say nothing of substance.
Or shoot them. I'm playing red. I shoot the NPCs every time. You know, I get them up out of there. I lose all my moralities. Oh man, it is what it is though, Brent. I got a gang of callers, man. I got a little deadline to hit to get this film out, man. But I appreciate you, bro.
All right, peace. Everybody check me out on Frankly Football on YouTube and Facebook.
Boy, you learning, ain't you?
Hey, man. I pick up things here and there.
My God. Drop some videos now. Shit, man. Yes, sir. Talk about a draft class or something. All right, so we got some callers. We're going to kind of run through these callers, and we're going to end with that last 205 number. So, you don't go nowhere, last 205 number. We're going to try to run through these real fast, and we're going to hear what they got to say. So 505, what up? Who this?
This is your boy Short, all the way from New Mexico, bro. I had to call in and give my boy Voch some love.
Hey, ¿qué pasa contigo, mi hermano? Ah, man.
Not a lot, Voch. But look, people don't understand your greatness, bro. Like, they just think, like, when do you ever see Daniel Jeremiah, Bucky Brooks open up the line and talking just to civilians? I mean, when they call Voch, they got to come with it, dog. I watch every single one of your videos. I've been on YouTube, dog. I'm my 80s, baby. I would dare anybody, fact for facts. I've been watching the draft since I used to get the Sporting News draft guide. I mean, ain't nobody on a level like that other bro said. Stay in your lane. I got two brothers that I don't even speak with because of the way they talk about the Cowboys. And you, Voch, are a legend, bro. Not any other NFL team has a YouTuber that puts on fire like you. Legit fire. Analytics that can go with PFF with anybody. So first, they got to come with it before they even call you, bro. They got to respect you, dog. You're the best analyst in the game, and I'm talking NFL Network, Fox. That's my first thing I want to say.
Damn, appreciate you, man. I'm just humbled. I'm humble. Gracias.
And that's real talk. Second, look, all this talk about Dak and everything else. Dak, I come from before that, from the 80s. So I'm telling you, Chad Hutchinson, Quincy Harder, Ryan Leaf, Drew Henson. I mean, these guys don't even know the half. Dak's a competitor, a leader. He's got it all. He's not elite because everybody wants Patrick Mahomes. Everybody wants the top guy that just won. But they can't be appreciative of what we do have. And Dak is a legit starter. And Andy Dalton, that's a good backup signing, but it's news. People like to make news. Uneducated people just like to get clickbait and say, it's quarterback controversy. The fact is, he's going to cost us $900,000 more than Cooper Rush when we cut Cooper. So it's not no QB controversy. It's just a backup quarterback. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, and Andy can do that, so you got to appreciate him, but you can't come mess with Dak. The league knows. People that know NFL knows. And that bro calling, I lived in Dallas. I used to live in Dallas too, bro. What does that have to do? I have season tickets to the boys since 93, dog. What you talking about? Just because you got this and that. You think listening to 105 The Star makes you something? It ain't got nothing on anybody, bro. This is an internet area, dog. My brother lives in Dallas for his whole life, and that dude's about the most uneducated Cowboy fan I've ever seen in my life. dog. And I don't got no love for them. That's why I'm not even talking to those boys. The guys, the 50,000 subscribers on Voch, now that's some real talk. Those guys know what's up, dog. They know what the grind is. They know what it is. These guys don't know about missing 5 quarterbacks in the draft, still waiting for that one guy. They don't know what possession is. First of all, Dak comes in, oh, he can win, but can he put up numbers? 4,900 yards, 30 touchdowns. He comes on with it next year. Oh, he can win, but can he do it? Bro, shut up, bro. Dak is the truth, the truth, and everybody knows it. Oh, every GM, scout, real guys. I got guys that used to play on the Cowboys that I known since high school, and they'll tell you, dog, but you got these guys talking about gunslinger. Shut up.
Who is this?
These guys just get these buzzwords and call and want to talk and can't get proven wrong. But that's all I got to say, Voch. I've been worked up, but I mess with you, boy. I mess with you. I watch everything you do, and you're the truth, dog.
Who is this? Who are you, sir? Who is this again?
I've been calling back and forth, but I'm from New Mexico. My name's Elias.
Man, what's a nickname for you? Give me a nickname for you.
Short dog. You can call me short, but my game's long.
Wait a minute. Short dog, let me tell you something, dog. That's as platinum as it get, man. That's as platinum. I will never ask your name again. That's short dog. Next time you call in, you play. Hey, thank you for watching my content. Thank you for putting on for me, man. I appreciate you, man.
And I've seen you since the beginning. When I seen that Lombardi name, that twist on it, I was like, who's this Michael? This guy's even better. I mean, I'm talking about when you were doing Randy Gregory. I'm from way back. I watch all your, and you're the truth, bro. The truth. Ain't nobody messing with you. And I've seen them all. And they're nice. They're cheerleaders and stuff, but nothing ain't, and we're lucky to have you. Because not even anybody on the national level is as good as you. It's just a matter of time before you get there, bro. You're the man. We're blessed to have you, dog, and I'm thankful for you.
Appreciate it, short dog. Thanks for calling in, man.
Right, bro.
That motherfucker spitting. That motherfucker spitting. Where my button at? Hit that motherfucker. Hit it again. So I say you sound like Baby Joker. My goodness. All right then. Let's get back into the phones. Uncle Charlie, we want you to end the show, so please hang tight, Uncle Charlie. Don't go nowhere. 3038, you gonna go before Uncle Charlie, but before we do that, we're gonna run through these 3. We got 205 up next, then 202 on deck, 409 in the hole. Then we're gonna go 3038 and Uncle Charlie to wrap this thing up. So we're gonna go 205. What's up? Who this?
Hey, Voch, this is Milton. Hey, man, I've been listening to your show for a long time. I appreciate everything you do, man.
Yes, sir.
But I do appreciate that you have at least some patience with these, what do you call them, these I am legends.
I am legends, yeah.
Man,
yeah.
I appreciate what you do with it. Look, man, everybody talks smack about Dak, but, only thing I see in that young man, every year he's improved. Every year they say he can't do something, he come out the next year, he does it.
Yeah.
He come out in the next year and do more and do more.
Right.
What do they want from our quarterback?
I
just don't understand.
I tell you what, Melton, the only thing that we missing, and I guarantee you it's on the way. We just need a little more playoff production. That seems to be the conversation. And you know what? If that's your problem with Dak Prescott, if you say, I just want more playoff production, that's fine. Now, it's hard to win playoff games because Andy Dalton is 0-4. Deshaun Watson is 1-2. What's his face? Lamar Jackson is 0-2 in the playoffs. It's hard to win playoff games. But if you're asking for Dak, hey, yo, Dak, this next step, though, let's win some playoff games. I don't hate you for that.
Right. Absolutely. I agree 100% with that.
Mm-hmm.
And Dallas has had some great teams, man, under Jason Garrett. And I always say they have been productive in spite of Jason Garrett, not necessarily because of Jason Garrett.
Sure.
But I just wanted to say, man, I'm glad I got a chance to talk to you, brother. But I like what you're doing. And the other thing I think they need to do is they need to get off those networks, listen to the ESPNs and all that. Right. All that's a bunch of nonsense. All that is about ratings, and people don't understand that. I like to listen to guys like you because you bring it real. And you really should have your own show. Like the last brother said, you really should be on prime time, bro. And one day, I'm looking for you to get there, man.
I tell you what, Mr. Melton, appreciate it. This was a good call. I just made you platinum, and if I don't go primetime through their network, I'll be primetime on my own. I'm going to bring primetime to me. That's the goal. Appreciate it, Mr. Melton.
Absolutely. All right, man. Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's the goal right there. That's the goal right there. If I'm either going to be on ESPN and steal all their fan base and Twitter traffic, be great for a little bit, send them to YouTube and get fired, or I'm just going to bring prime time to me. One or the other. Dante is going to be up next. Angel from Texas is on deck. 3038 is on hold. He's in the hole, and we're going to end with Uncle Charlie. So let's get into this. Dante, what's happening, sir?
What's up, young brother? How you doing?
Everything cool. Thank you so much for waiting patiently, sir. What you got for the show?
Man, I wait patiently. I had to wait patiently. First of all, I want to congratulate you on being a young man, but knowing how to listen through bullshit and ignorance when you hear somebody speaking and they're really not a student of a game. The gentleman who was speaking several callers ago, who said, I forget the exact term, he said he's from Dallas and he's this, that, and the third, or I think he said he's.
What he was saying was that Dak Prescott don't have arm talent like a Dallas Cowboy quarterback and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I heard him say all that, but I'm trying to remember the term he used when he was describing himself, and what he was saying would make him a football aficionado, which seemed crazy. Look, I have been a Dallas Cowboy fan since I watched Super Bowl 12.
Okay.
So I have seen every Super Bowl since Super Bowl 12. I have not missed a Dallas Cowboy game or season that has been televised since Super Bowl 12. I can remember the backfield, Rob Laylaw and Tony Dorsett in the backfield. So for this guy to have the criticism he has of Dak Prescott is crazy. First of all, we've had several quarterbacks that didn't have nowhere near the arm talent of Dak Prescott.
Sure.
For instance, Danny White didn't have anywhere near the arm talent of Dak Prescott. Right. In my opinion, Dak Prescott, from arm talent alone, is truly about the third best quarterback we've had. And when I say arm talent, I mean making decisions in the game, making the right passes, and passing with a level of efficiency and accuracy in making the plays.
Yes, sir.
Now, he's not Troy Aikman, and he might not be Roger Staubach.
Right.
But damn if he wasn't making better decisions than Tony Romo made, and without any argument whatsoever. I mean, people forget, like Tony Romo was a highlight reel, but Tony, I distinctly remember several games where he threw 5 interceptions like it was nothing.
Sure.
You know what I mean? If you take away his jump ball passes to Dez Bryant and other receivers, remember the jump balls are one-on-one 50-50 shots.
Sure.
He didn't make a lot of great plays as a football player from a decision-making perspective.
Yeah.
And they did everything to give him all kinds of talent. He played with arguably the second or third greatest receiver that I've seen play the game in the modern era. You know what I mean? I mean, people forget T.O. was a total monster. Other than John Stallworth, which I told you about, but you young, you're not listening to me.
I was born in 92.
T.O. was the greatest dude I've ever seen run with the football as a wide receiver.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So Tony Romo played with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that was our most productive time period with Tony Romo.
Yeah.
I just think that you had a situation with a guy who really wasn't he's a fan because he's a fair weather fan, like so many Cowboy fans. You know what I mean? The Dallas Cowboys are such a, like, the brand is football in itself. I try to explain this to people. Before 1960, professional football was the fourth biggest thing in team sports.
Sure.
By 1970, it was number one. And that's because of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
We came in and we gave a fan base to everybody else in the country that had no representation. So we have fans everywhere. Some of them are just, every 2-week fans. Some of them just are fans because they like the name, they like the star.
That gentleman who grew up in DFW, I don't give a damn if he grew up in DOC, which is Dallas Oak Cliff, and I ain't from Dallas, but I dealt with enough people there to know the areas very well.
Right.
If you look at Dak Prescott and watch how he plays, and you see the decisions he makes on the field, the way he runs the team, the way he is a ring general in running the team, he has been the third best quarterback I've ever seen in franchise history, which is not a bad thing at all.
Sure.
Pay the man.
And
And
Dante, I think the best part about it, I just kind of want to, just kind of carry on what you saying. Dak's only in his fourth year.
Right.
And comparing him to that level of company, I think that's a feather in Dak's cap. And one more point and then one more point too. Troy was great, but he didn't have to be Roger. And Tony was great. He didn't have to be Troy. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody's kind of gonna do their own thing because Tony broke all the records, and I think Dak gonna break all of them records because like I said, Dak's in year 4, and he almost broke it last year when he had 41 drops or whatever. So Dak will be fine in his own way.
And let me make this other point.
Sure.
So Cowboy fans, fair weather and not fair weather, they can understand something. This contract negotiation is going to go on, not because they don't want to pay him, because Jerry already understands he's selling jerseys. He already knows what money he's going to give to Dak. Jerry decided 3 months ago he was going to pay him.
Sure.
Jerry is keeping this thing lingering because Jerry is the ultimate salesman. Every bit of controversy that he gets from not signing a contract keeps the Dallas Cowboy name front line, first and foremost, on every major sports outlet there is. He'll run it to death. Jerry knows how to make $1. Front row, first, foremost, and always. I'm sure Dak knows it. Jerry knows it. All the people who have dealt with Jerry before know it. The sensationalism is selling the Cowboys. Jerry has always done that, especially when you got high-profile players that bring sensationalism. Nothing else takes precedent right now over Dak's contract.
Sure.
Dak's contract is bigger than Tom Brady being in damn Tampa Bay.
You talking that shit now? Hey, Dante,
that's incredible.
You spitting now? Dante spitting now.
Well, yeah, that's the reality.
They talked about Tom Brady for 2 days. They talked about the draft for 2 days. They back on Dak contract. Go ahead.
Dak's contract is the biggest thing in sports right now. Although there's not much going on. Listen, they canceled the damn Olympics. And you hear more talk about Dak's contract than the Olympics getting canceled.
Damn.
This is how big the brand of the Dallas Cowboys is in socialization in football. Damn. This is why, and I don't care who you go get. I don't care who you talk to. I talk money. I'm from uptown D.C. I talk paper, baby. When it comes to understanding money, you got to understand the way the game is played. Don't nobody play the game better than Jerry because he understands how to market for nothing and win $1 every time. And that's because he's going to take advantage of any form of publicity he can get to sell the Cowboys. If you say you're not going to pay Dak, everybody get in the uproar, everybody get crazy. He ain't got to say he's not going to pay Dak, but the actions that he's taking right now lets everybody have the illusion that that's what the situation is. Jerry sat on his yacht, already knew he was giving up $38 million a year and ain't no big deal because he knows what the number's going to be. When you as big as Jerry is, you dictate what the TV contract pays out. So he know he got to get the money up. It ain't no thing about giving the money up. It's about the sensationalism and the publicity of having Dallas Cowboys quarterback not getting paid. Frontline, primary talk on everybody's tip of their tongue.
And I tell you what,
that's it.
Training camp gonna come around and magically Dak gonna get paid so he can be in training camp throwing the football. Magically, he's just gonna appear. Right. Magically, the deal's just gonna get done. That's how this works.
Man, listen, that's on everybody's talk. I mean, listen, it's every football team. The damn Redskins, the Giants, they talking
Their fan base is talking about us not paying Dak. Stephen A. Smith, who is a bum when it comes to football. You know, it wasn't that good with basketball either, but I ain't hating on the brother. Him, Max Kellerman, that's the key to ESPN. You know what I'm saying? They have nothing else to talk about. Their prime sensationalism is talking about Dak and his contract. That's how big the Cowboys are. We are football. If the Dallas Cowboys didn't exist, half of the country would be right now thinking about baseball. We ain't even thinking about baseball. We ain't even talking about LeBron and the Lakers. They talking about the Cowboys.
Dante, you have done nothing but spit
When
high
you
fire,
ready,
sir.
when you ready to have an old man come on some more, I'm gonna give you the history about how the Dallas Cowboys got started.
Man, look, I got Google and Wikipedia. I don't need you to come on my show and tell me how the Cowboys got started.
You won't find it on Google. Listen, you won't find. Listen, I want to help build your show.
Jerry Jones was shooting dice in the bathroom, and somebody ran out of money, and they say, "Come get my."
You wouldn't believe how the Cowboys got started. And I learned this because I used to work football games.
Not this show, Dante. Not this show. I got some callers though, but hey,
I'll call back.
I appreciate you, sir. Great call.
All right, sir.
Boy, Dante was ready to hit me with the young man. Let me tell you something. See, Dante was ready to hit me with the. See, this the problem with y'all young folk. This is why y'all don't know nothing. See, Dante was about to hit me with it. I had to get him over that. We got a deadline. We got film, and we got 3 more callers. 3 callers. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna run through y'all, and we're gonna go watch some film. Angel from Texas. Howdy, sir.
Hey, what's going on, Voch?
Man, coolin' my guy. What you got for the show?
Man, nothing, bro. Just, man, I'm not like a if it shoulda, coulda, woulda person, but man, I went back and looked at the 8 losses, bro.
Okay.
And like to sit up there and talk about Dak, man, you gotta understand. Like, everybody go back and watch. You know, you'll clearly see that Maher lost 4 games.
Sure.
You know, the Jets, Bills, Bears, and Patriots game.
Yeah.
You know, the Patriots that block punt.
Yep.
You know, the Jets game, you had that bad decision with Jason Garrett going for it on 4th and 2 versus going for a field goal where we lost 5, 2 points. So, and then they hit that 92-yard, bomb after that.
Yeah.
Then you had, games like the Saints where Zeke and Witten fumble in the first half. You had the Vikings debacle where, they run instead of, throwing. So to put this all on Dak, you go out and get a guy like C.D. Lamb who, people talk about, you needed so much help on defense, but,
sure.
I mean, Cobb created so much, to talk about. You already had a number 1 offense. Okay, so if we lose Cobb, we don't have that same dynamic in the offense anymore. So, I don't know, man. I don't get the narrative, man. Like you say, sensationalism. But if you just go back and watch the film, man, why not talk about the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys and create controversy around it? If you didn't, if it was like Tim Duncan, it'd be boring. So, man.
Fair enough. Great call, man. Francisco Orthone dropped a dime in the super chat. Says, "Yo, Voch, love the show, my dude. Keep up the great work. Would rather hear you instead of them clowns on ESPN." Angel, you made some great points, my guy. You know, man. Like I said, man, I just think people just get caught up in what every other team has, and they see they see Pat Mahomes win a Super Bowl, they want Pat Mahomes. They see Lamar Jackson doing great. Oh, we need to run the ball with the quarterback a little more, and they say, oh, we need to do this, we need to do that.
Dak's top 5 in a lot of passing categories, man. You just go look at it, man.
He top 5 in all of them.
I don't.
He top 5.
Yeah. So yeah, all of them basically, except for interceptions,
Self-interception.
I mean,
self-interception. Appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for the call.
All right, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's top 5 in every metric, but he's really top 3 in every metric besides that 1 or 2 metrics he's top 5 in. So, boy.
For real.
Man, we're going to get Angela up out of here. We got 38. He hit me on Twitter. He said, get me in. You wanted to get on the show. My bad. You shouldn't have called in so late. We got him next, and we're going to end with Uncle Charlie. Let's see what's going on here. 3038, what's up, man?
Voch, thank you so much. I got dropped, man. I'm telling you, I've got the take of takes on this one, all right?
Okay.
I think everyone's gotten this wrong. Like, everyone's like, oh, the Cowboys signed Andy Dalton. I think this story started 20 years ago. You dropped your age. You said you were 28. I'm 38. I'm a year older than you. I remember when the Bengals were absolute trash. I mean, trash. Like, you probably think right now, the Bengals are garbage. Dude, they've been mediocre. Let's be 100% honest. They had some playoff berths. Like, they're that 8-8 team, and then all of a sudden, they hire Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis takes this, I'm telling you, like 2-3 win team. Sure. They're taking them to the playoffs.
Sure.
And we're talking about the Bengals.
Sure.
The team that spends the absolute least in scouting. I mean, go take a minute and think back. When's the last time we sat down and said, man, the Bengals brought in free agent X, Y, or Z? I mean, it virtually hasn't happened. But Marvin Lewis is keeping them competitive. He brings in Andy Dalton, second round. They're winning games. Marvin Lewis gets fired. And the theme of all the calls has been, like, let's bring up the facts. Marvin Lewis is canned. In the next year, the Bengals are the worst team in football. Literally. They have the first pick in the draft. They lose more than anyone. They are literally the worst team.
Right.
I think at some point we need to look at the Bengals and say to ourselves, like, Andy Dalton may very well have been in a historically bad situation. Like, historically, that may be levitated by Marvin Lewis. Sure. Now, let's not forget Marvin Lewis. Like, Cowboys fired Jason Garrett. Don't forget, the Cowboys also brought in Marvin Lewis for an interview.
Yeah.
I think they are keen to the situation that what's happening in Cincinnati might be beyond a lot of people's control. Right. And listen, I know you guys all love Dak. I think Dak is literally the polar opposite of the situation. You're talking about a guy who comes in behind a historically good offensive line.
Oh God, I know where you about to go. I mean, goodness, oh goodness. I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm not saying he's.
I'm gonna let you finish.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say that history has treated those two very differently.
I'm 37. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, would you not agree with that? Is anything I'm saying crazy?
I just don't like the direction you're going, but I will listen and give you. I will listen to your story, sir. I will listen to your story. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. So here's I don't think the story is going to end nearly as badly as you think.
Oh goodness, you're going down that road, my guy. Oh, buddy, you're going down that road. But I'm listening though, because I could be wrong. But go ahead.
Okay. All I'm saying is, the contract is Dak's to have. Like, why would you not? Like, here's the thing. Even when people that land in situations, you walked into a good situation, and you won in the situation. Like, that matters, right? Like, there are people that have been handed good situations that are like, they still didn't win. Like just because you're in the optimum situation does not make you a winner. Like, we've seen across sports, across teams, that does not always mean you've got a winner. I think that having Andy Dalton, and in this contract impasse, I think you're hedging your bets, and I think it's a good hedge.
So, are you willing to seat Dak Prescott because you have faith in Andy Dalton, sir?
No, God, I'm sorry, Dak Prescott is working.
I just want to be clear.
There's no reason to get rid of him. I wouldn't say no. Let's say that.
Okay.
If Andy Dalton came in and just, like, the coaches were wide-eyed. They're like, I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Then imagine how they'll look when Dak start killing them. Just imagine. But, I'm sorry. I'm listening to your story. My bad. Go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm saying that would be the only way. That if you walked in there and you're like, clearly Andy Dalton. I honestly think that Andy Dalton, Dak Prescott, I think are cut from the same cloth. I think that if Dak Prescott was playing in Cincinnati, I don't think that they're, you know, a playoff caliber team. I think that, you know, if Andy Dalton was playing in Dallas, I think that they're probably, you know, 8-9 win team.
I think Andy Dalton has regressed over the years. I think I've never seen a quarterback improve the way Dak has improved. From where Dak's baseline rookie year was to where he was at last year, Dak made super improvements. And that's where I think the difference is.
Okay. Would you like to talk about what happened with the things around Andy Dalton as well?
I don't even want to talk about the things that happened
around I think that's fair. I think you got to say A.J. Green was out the entire year. I think you got to say Tyler Eifert. I mean, he's playing a game here and there. Like, those are facts. That's fair.
Because I can even watch throw by throw and be like, man, I'm tired of Andy Dalton checking this thing down or not having faith in his receivers downfield. And we've seen Dak improve to have more faith in his receivers downfield. Like, Dak has been better as a deep thrower than he's been in the last few years. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not going to take again. But this is I think where we're disagreeing. Let's think about who he's throwing deep balls to. Amari Cooper, veteran, Randall Cobb. He's had Witten here and there. He had Cole Beasley. These are respectable names.
Sure.
Like, let's kind of look back to, you know, Cincinnati. We're throwing to, like, what, Croft? Throwing to Boyd? John Ross? John Ross is probably the third best receiver.
Tyler Boyd's pretty good.
I'm sorry.
Tyler Boyd's pretty good.
Where's Tyler Boyd on the Cowboys depth chart right now? Let's be serious.
I don't know. I don't watch enough of them, but I just know based on what I've seen from them. Based on what I've seen from them, I don't watch every game, but what I've seen from them, and
come on,
I don't think Tyler Boyd's bad. I think Tyler Boyd is about what you would say you would get from Gallup, production wise.
Okay, I'm with you. So let's call him right around the second. Their best receiver is Dallas's second best receiver, and now probably tied with their third best receiver.
So you're saying that A.J. Green, when he's healthy, hasn't been top tier?
You know what? But here's the thing. Andy Dalton, as you were talking about his regression, kind of coincides with the injury of A.J. Green. Like, those two things seem to be going down the same track. You know what I'm saying?
I think.
Am I making you a believer? Am I making you a believer? You have to say, I came on your show.
No, you're not making me believe. I think also on top of the points that I've been making, I think the Bengals year by year, I think their defense has been better than the Cowboys defense.
Okay, let me ask you this. At this moment in time, we're 2020, I'm sorry, the date is, 5/3?
May 3rd, yeah.
Do we even know if do we even know for a fact that they have an NFL caliber head coach?
Who?
The Bengals.
I watch the Cowboys. Shit, I don't know. They can have Belichick over there. I don't know. I watch the Cowboys.
Let's be serious. If the Bengals fired their coach at the end of the season, would you be shocked? Do you really think they have Belichick in Cincinnati right now?
But my guy, we've had Scott Linehan and Jason Garrett.
You know what? Here's the thing. I think Jason Garrett is the stereotypical middle-of-the-road head coach.
I agree.
If you got an 8-game caliber roster, you're going to win 8 games. Like, he is never going to transcend the talent that's on his team. I don't think he's terrible. I think he's an NFL coach. You know, if he got another job in the league, I would not be surprised.
30-38. I'm just not on board, man. But Uncle Charlie been waiting around for a minute. 30-38. This was a very interesting take.
Hey, you know, I'm glad I made you think of anything else. Please don't put me on the blacklist or anything.
No, never. I would never do. I would never do that. No, sir. No, sir. This was a cool call.
I'm not. I was not being belligerent or disrespectful. I just think that I think that a lot of the people in the masses might not be considering the entirety of the situation.
No, sir. See, I disagree with people all the time. I just won't, I just won't, tolerate certain behaviors in conversation. But no, sir, you
Yeah, no, I just,
right. You good to go.
I don't want to be in the same like wheelhouse as that other guy who's on there who's just being belligerent with you. I don't want to be like that guy.
No, sir.
The mind of
no,
who are
sir.
your viewers.
No, sir. You were great.
All right.
You were
We
great.
are good.
And then the difference between you and him is you actually have privilege here because you've kind of been watching my show for 3 years now or something like that. So, or 4.
All right, Voch.
I think you're on my day
Love
one.
everything
guys.
about you.
Yep.
Thank you so much, dude.
Appreciate you, man. I'm 27 by the way. I'm 28 by the way. I was born in 92. So.
All right. Go.
There you go. Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to hang up on you. I didn't mean to hang up on you. My bad. Yeah, I'm 28 by the way. I was born in 92. Hey, man, look, that was a good call, though. To be fair, we disagreed, but that was a cool little call. Just respect. Last call, then we're going to go and last call, then we're going to check in with the chat box for a little bit. Then we can, go and do some other things with film and all that. So, Uncle Charlie, wrap us up. What you got for the show, Unc?
Man, OMG. This guy that was on the phone with you, the guy was on the phone with you, he reminded me of an old Christmas song.
Mm-hmm.
Grandmama got ran over by a reindeer coming from our house on Christmas Eve.
Uncle Charlie, are you saying that his football takes are the equivalent to getting hit by reindeers and sleighs? Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You got to make adjustments. Let me tell you something, man.
Damn,
Let me tell you something. You don't go to a swimsuit competition, and if you see a model with Timberland boots on, she ain't no model. She a terrorist. Now, moving on from that. Moving on from that. Dak is gonna sign the contract. But thank God this ain't the 70s and you owe OJ his money. Especially if he had to pass Home Depot on the way to the stadium, you'd have had his check. Now, moving on from that. Jim Brown, you'd have paid him his money. Because Jim Brown would have had every civil right to leave up in the office, including Frederick Douglass. Now, you know Frederick Douglass been dead for 400 years. But he'd have had somebody look like Frederick Douglass. He'd have been in there, too. Now, I had a friend like that I was raised with. Hey, he had oatmeal for brains, worked at the Regency Bank downtown. I took him down there because he didn't have no ride to get there. 100 floors in that bank. 100 floors. It took him a year to find the elevator. Bro, it's 100 floors. It's got an elevator on each floor. Right. What do you need to do, bro? You need an adjustment. Okay? You need to make an adjustment, bro. Let me tell you something. Now, knowing this, and I want to close this thing out, I'll ask you, all Cowboy fans, all Voch fans, we need to sign a petition and sign it to the Dallas Cowboy organization where we can send this man home to the Dallas Cowboy organization. We're going to keep him lifted up in prayer. We're going to love him as a brother, and we're going to make sure he gets the way he's going. He's going to the top, and he's going to stay at the top. Like I said, when you want your money, you got to get in between the raindrops and get it. You just got to get in training. Now, I want to ask you a question, boss, because I know you ain't got much time. I want to ask you, what do you think about this backup, Andy Dalton? And I have watched him through the years. He's a decent quarterback, but I want to get your final opinion on him.
Well, I tell you what, Uncle Charlie. I think he's a player that can play well when he has talent around him. The Cowboys have a lot of talent on the team. If we need him, I think his career, he's like a 62 or 3% winning guy. So if something were to happen to Dak, let me knock on some wood though. If something were to happen to Dak where we need him for 5 games, I think he can win 3 of them. He could possibly win 4. If we need him for 1 and 2, think about the situation last year, the Eagles game. He was kind of hurt. His shoulders and his fingers was hurting. Then Andy Dalton would be the perfect player to come in and let Dak kind of sit out for a week to get his body together, to where at first, if Cooper Rush is your backup guy, you just kind of anticipating losing those games. But with Dalton coming in, you can kind of see yourself surviving in that situation with him. He got a solid arm, played a lot of spread in college, got into a lot of West Coast stuff in the pros or whatever. He's mobile enough to like move around, so you ain't got to take nothing out of the playbook or nothing like that. He's mostly going to throw for the most part. Dak is going to throw for the most part.
Yes, sir.
And most teams have backup quarterbacks as backup quarterbacks. They got guys like Matt Castle and Brandon Whedon and Cody Kessler as their backup quarterback. We got a starting quarterback as a backup quarterback. So I don't think we need him. But if we were not to need him, he's only guaranteed 3 with a maximum of 7. So it's not hurting us cap wise to move on from brother Cooper Rush, and it's not hurting us to just have a little bit of insurance while Dak is doing whatever he needs to do to recover.
Yes, sir. And I want to just call somebody out right quick. Okay. And it's nothing bad or anything. I'm tired of Stephen A. Smith talking about us Dallas Cowboy fans.
Right.
We have suffered 26 years of mediocrity.
Right.
We don't have the highest of highs, the lows of lows. I tell you what, when we stop loving our Cowboys, you stop getting your hair cut like a hood. And tell them next time, don't cut it like a hood. You want a church boy haircut. I'm gonna hit it like that, bro. I love you, and you know I always will. And you know I'm pushing for you to get with the Dallas Cowboy organization. Fans, don't forget to get the petition going. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you have to go across the river. We're gonna sign up the petition, and we're gonna send Voch home. We're gonna keep him lifted up in prayer. We're gonna love him, and we're gonna make sure that he get the way he's going to that pie in the sky.
They gonna have to pay me, man. They gonna have to pay me on. They gonna have to pay me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And don't pay your food stamp. Just pay you your money.
Uncle Charlie, you are a gentleman and a scholar, sir. You have privilege for a reason. Thank you so much for bringing this blessing to my show, sir.
Yes, sir. Love you, man.
Thank you so much, man. Likewise.
All right. Talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Uncle Charlie say, if you go to a swimsuit competition and the girl ain't got on a swimsuit, she got on Timberland boots, she's not a model. She's a terrorist. She's a terrorist. She's a goddamn terrorist. Anyway, for the next 9 or so minutes, I know there were some people that weren't able to call in. For whatever reason, you wasn't able to call in. Whew, you may be an international person, but you had a question. You may have talked up all of your anytime minutes, anytime. You may be roaming or whatever. I'm going to give you an opportunity in the chat box. She's a terrorist. I'm going to give you an opportunity in the chat box to ask your questions. And then after that, we will watch film together as a family. We will be watching our 4th round cornerback, Reggie Robinson. I had to put in a lot of work to find this Reggie Robinson film, but I indeed found the film that we needed to make a proper and appropriate film session. So in about 8 or so minutes, we're going to watch him. We're going to leave this stream and run on over to the other stream and watch Reggie Robinson. But until then, I would like to hear what you guys have to say. What are your questions? She's a terrorist. Let's see. Absolutely, y'all. If y'all haven't subscribed, then hit the notification bell so you know when I drop random live streams and videos in the middle of the week just like this. Excuse me. And I'm telling you, and subscribe and hit the like button and all that. So anyway, man, I've argued with these guys for a long time. Their arguments are always the same. They get their info from sports media, Stephen A. Smith and them. They're NPCs. Like he said, I think that's a good name for them. Non-playable characters. They're I Am Legend monsters. They're civilians. They're NPCs. I think those will be the names that we're gonna use for these fellas here. Voch, you forgot to look into that Eagle Shirley call after the draft. You know what? I heard it. She just wasn't Shirley enough this time. She wasn't Shirley enough. If she was a little more Shirley, we'd have hit him upside the head. But Eagle Shirley wasn't Shirley enough. Dak beat the Giants with Deontay Thompson and Cole Beasley, indubitably. Terrorist. She's a terrorist. Uncle's a national treasure, boy, indubitably. Thank you. I couldn't find any film on Reggie. You know, that's the thing about Reggie, man. Like, he played for Tulsa, and you know they didn't have like cut-ups on him. So when I first, did my research on him, I had to like watch the whole Tulsa games and all that. They didn't have the convenient cut-ups, and I couldn't even find coach's film. I got coach film on everybody else, but I couldn't get any coach's film on Tulsa. So, but we do have Reggie Robinson though. That film session is on the way. I pulled some Senior Bowl film and some other little clips here and there. So I think it'll be a good show. Voch, Michael Finley said sent Dalton to the bench. That's all we had to know. Michael Finley did send Andy Dalton to the bench. Absolutely, or finally, however you say his name. Sure, they didn't even let Dalton like finish his days out. Now, could that have been a tanking tactic to end up getting Joe Burrow? Possibly, but that's that. Do you think Dwayne Haskins can become a great quarterback? I think if anybody works at it, they can become great. Dwayne Haskins currently ain't good enough. Currently, he's not good enough. But if he puts in the work, he'll probably be fine. What do you think about them trying to move Awuzie and Jalen? We won't know that's the truth until we see it. As of now, it's just kind of some off-season things, and I think a lot of this is driven by the fan base. So when it's time to see those guys, when like training camp come around, we'll see. If we see Cheeto as safety or Jalen as Sam, then we'll see it. But as of now, we don't have that proof, and we didn't have that confirmation. So, I want to thank Bill O'Brien and the Texans organization for CeeDee Lamb. Boy, the Cardinals definitely would have took CeeDee Lamb. You already know. What could Dak improve on as a quarterback? He's elite by my eyeball test, but I'm no guru. I mean, Dak is a really good quarterback. He just got to keep playing. He just got to keep playing and keep getting better. He just got to keep seeing the field. Keep seeing the field. And Dak can see the field really well now. But, that's something that you can never have too much of. So, until you Tom Brady, keep improving till you Tom Brady, my guy. That's the goal. Voch, why the Giants trying to be the 2016 Cowboys? By drafting all them offensive linemen, T-Rod? I know. I will say this, though. I think the Giants are going to be a little more scary than the Redskins and the Eagles are this year, and I'll tell you why. Because if you look at the Giants' infrastructure, the one thing that we always had to depend on, of course, they defense kind of being trash last year, and it's still going to be bad this year, but the Giants' offensive line didn't have good cohesion. It didn't mold and glue very well. In my opinion, if you look at Nate Solder and you put Will Hernandez next to him, they don't fit together. There wasn't good offensive line synergy. Solder was a little soft. Hernandez is a gangster that's going to move guys around or whatever. There was two different guys. Treader's over there. Not Treader. The other guy that they got from Cleveland. Cleveland right guard, what's his face? Him. But yeah, their offensive line didn't mold together very well. So what they just did was they just took a big physical dude and Andrew Thomas and put him next to a big physical dude and Will Hernandez. And they're going to put a big physical dude and Shane Lemieux at right guard. They went to go get Matt Peart from UConn or whatever. He's more of a finesse foot guy. But if you just kind of plug him in at right tackle, then you still got more guys in the cohesion than not. You know what I'm saying? I think the Giants are going to be able to move people this year, and that's going to be good for Saquon. We're just going to have to put them pass rushers on him. That's all it is to it. Is Worley going to play safety, or will it be Cheeto? I don't know if Worley make the team, but whatever. Voch, save the I told you so's, bro, until after the season. They age like wine. Yeah, man. We're gonna be tuned in, man. No, Kevin, I don't think we get Everson Griffin. Voch, you're awesome. I'm a huge Cowboy fan. I'm a huge fan of the Cowboys and yours. Keep grinding. Dak will get signed. Dak will absolutely get signed, man. We're gonna go into training camp and everything's just gonna work out. Everything gonna work out. The admins is chasing that. Listen, man, Nene don't play. Nene is my John Wick. She do not play. We call her Baba Yaga. The boogeyman? Well, Nene wasn't exactly the boogeyman. She was the one you called to kill the fucking boogeyman. Boy, Nene killed 3 men in a bar with a pencil. A pencil. Zeitler. Yes, not Treader, but Kevin Zeitler. Yes, there you go. T-Roy had a comment, but I lost it. Yeah, we said that about Saquon in the run scheme last year with Eli holding the ball. Sure. Watch him out, my dude. Stay safe. Hey, man, we got film coming up next, so I'm going to drop the link right now just to prepare everybody. But then you go watch a little bit of film later, my guy. You watch this Reggie Robinson film a little bit later. It'll be good for your soul. Oh yes, T-Rod. Also, something else too. Shouts out to you, my guy. You played a big role in me getting my next PC. I wanted to make sure that everything that I got donation wise, whether it be Super Chats, PayPals, Cash Apps, it went right back into the channel. So I made 2 big ass moves, right? I got this new Sony camera, not Sony, this new Canon camera, and that's going to be my new stream camera. Like, I'm gonna do blogs with it, but it's gonna be the camera that I do like live streams with. So instead of my webcam being raggedy, I'm gonna run a top tier DSLR camera through my computer to be my new live stream camera when the time gets here. Also, I'm gonna build this big stupid ass PC with all the top tier specs on it. That's going to be my streaming PC, my my editing PC, because look, I tried to look into getting lines on the screen, like, trying to get a telestrator for my video. For my videos and all that. Most of the stuff that I want to do to improve the channel can't even run on my current laptop. My current 2012 refurbished MacBook Pro, my 13-inch MacBook Pro. So we're going to move everything up to 1080p to 4K on the channel. Everything's going to look better. Everything's going to look clean. Everything's going to process smooth. During the draft, like all of the like my phones and shit died. Like my everything kept lagging. My OBS was lagging. My Google Chrome was dying. That's not gonna happen with this new computer. If I have any gamers in here, I'm gonna be able to run Red Dead Redemption at 60 frames per second on max settings. And y'all know that's insane. of a damn PC rig. So that may be like a June move. We're gonna get that thing built. We're gonna acquire the parts, build it up, and by the end of May, maybe like mid-June or so, when I come back from vacation, it's gonna be top tier production around there. And all right, top tier production around here. All right. Anyway, I just dropped the link in the chat box. That is to the Reggie Robinson film session. Y'all know the drill. It's about to premiere now. Y'all run over there and let me know in the chat box and the comment section that I'm coming from the live stream. You can hashtag it. You could just say it. Whatever you want to say. Let me know that y'all coming from the live stream, and we'll have that conversation with you. This was a great show. Shouts out to all my super chatters. Uncle Charlie set it off, Chris. Short dog, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to him. He had a great call as well. Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski, man. This has been fun. Let's go watch some film, man. Salute.